What do you got there?
Almost didn't get her.
Right?
That's why I play safety.
It's one of those reindeer seltzers.
Not a sponsor.
Huckleberry.
Should be a sponsor, though.
Tastes like, you know those fucking like freezy pops you used to get before you'd freeze them? You drink the liquid?
No, I was poor. I didn't have that.
That was a poor man thing, dude. It was like $1 for 40.
We made our own freezy pops. We took Kool-Aid and froze it.
You are poor.
And
That's fucking gross. No sugar in it.
I'm used to a Rainier and a pounder.
True. Probably the best Rainier.
Oh, yeah.
So, welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Here we do. Got EJ on. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Good. EJ is a local tattoo artist, and he does ink shit. So, that's why we brought him on.
Yep.
You brought us, well, I'll get to it in a second, a sexy-ass drawing.
Yep.
Generated. I'll grab it right now, actually. Hold on.
You did it on the iPad?
I did. It's a painting. It's not easier to paint on the iPad, but it's a like a Viking guy.
Like with your finger, or like you had a pen?
You got a pen.
Oh, okay.
It's a brush, you know.
You should have went with a finger. Yeah.
It's just like painting, but you could erase it
Gotcha.
and go and fix it constantly. So
That's badass.
yeah,
That'll go on my wall.
yeah.
Are there a lot of tattoo artists that are doing that, like generating stuff off of iPads and then printing them out and then placing?
A lot of them. Yep. Like almost all of it. I mean, there's still a lot of hand-drawn stuff. I mean, this is hand-drawn.
Right.
I'm just not using paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Saving trees.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've seen, like, you know, especially talking to Enzo or whatnot, like, he's always doodling on an iPad or what have you.
Yeah, that guy could draw pretty good on paper, too.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I've been trying to convince him to come over and draw on this wall. And every time he comes in, just add something more and more and more.
I've seen him do a couple murals. Yeah, he could
He's not doing it for us! Enzo, you listening? We'll get him out here.
His podcasts are coming down.
just instead of lowriders, he could put, you know, 4-wheel drives
Flow riders.
and like chicks with jean shorts.
Chicks and dicks.
Camouflage.
Yeah, camouflage and flannels.
Fucking out there ducking.
Sounds like Pittsburgh Pete.
Dude, now you're thinking. If we did a whole mural of Pittsburgh Pete, all of us standing out there,
Oh, God.
that would be it. That would be it. I wonder if we could do like a fucking fat head for that.
Which scene?
Which scene? The Aaron scene.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
With the Daisy Dukes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we did a short, this is probably what, 6 years ago?
Probably even longer than that.
Is it?
Probably 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
Yeah.
And it's called Pittsburgh Pete. And what it's about, it's pretty much you have this good old boy farmer, and someone comes in and kills Betsy, his pig. And we'll say they did a little bit more extracurricular activities to it as well.
A little bestiality, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And so he's out seeking revenge.
They raped his pig.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Thank you.
spoiler.
That's what bestiality is. Thank you.
It's like that scene in Tombstone. We weren't wearing the red sashes, but I don't think we were wearing anything.
That's a tough road to go down.
Yeah. Fuck your pig.
No, the best part about it is it was a trailer to a movie that the movie never came out. Yeah. And so we just kept on like previewing it like, hey, this is our movie coming out.
It's coming out.
It was great.
Yeah.
Is it still on there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll
It's got like
check it out.
500 some views.
We should repost it on 3 Shots YouTube instead of fucking Barrel Ass Productions.
I would say, is it Monkey Ass Production
Barrel
or Barrel
Ass.
Ass? I
Yeah,
was thinking Donkey Kong with barrels and
that's fine.
monkey.
My ass looked like in those fucking shorts. I can't tell you that much.
Which was 5 years ago because my wife was in it. She was pregnant with Mason because she was on the fence too.
Oh.
With the pregnant
Only
belly.
5 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Time
So,
flies.
one of our guests, Jim, he plays the main character, a good friend of ours, but his dad, Don, we've been trying to get on the podcast for a while, and he's also going to be in the trilogy to Pittsburgh Pete because we're skipping the second one and going straight to the third one for the trailer. Yeah.
Nice.
Keep him guessing.
Just mind fuck him. Is he going to be like Pittsburgh Pete as older Pittsburgh Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened.
Pittsburgh Pete-ier.
Okay. So, how was work yesterday, my friend?
It was all right, man.
You were talking about when we came on, you were doing the Flash cards. Was that yesterday?
Yeah, no, it's Friday, every last Friday of the month. We will do all walk-ins.
Okay.
With just our stuff. Like, we each draw a sheet. So we've been doing it for like 15 months, and we get people who just come and pick what we want to do.
Is it a new sheet every week, or do you
It's
just add to it constantly?
Every month, we all 5 of us do a sheet.
Okay.
So we got 15 months of that. And yeah, we just have a good time. It's kind of getting out of hand where we're like, have to bring on somebody to help us.
Oh, really?
Be like a line out the door for it.
Just for the flash sheet?
Dude, people are getting like full banger sleeves.
No
just
shit.
off of Flash Friday, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then are those all set for a certain amount of like price for each one, or is it just kind of?
We kind of take off the tax that day, but yeah, it's
whatever.
It's whatever. We still make them pay because people got the money.
Right.
Yeah.
There you
We're
go,
not
Joe.
trying to do some cheap. We've been there since 1978, so we're not trying to. We don't need the business really. We don't need.
Our arm sleeves are in. How long have you been in doing tattoos?
Oh man! So every day is a job since 2006.
Were there arm sleeves back then?
Arm sleeves back
Arm,
then.
yeah.
No, they weren't around. People didn't have arms then.
Nobody has arms, Joe.
Only,
No, I was curious. Like, when did those things become so popular? Like, I don't remember
in prison
in the
I think.
'90s and people.
No, like you had to really go out of your way to want to get a sleeve even 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, unless you were a tattooer or a musician or something.
Right. It was
Where
against
was
the norm.
like, what was the common spot? Like the sun tattoo on the belly button.
I've seen it.
God,
And
I've
the fucking bicep tattoo.
No,
The
tramp
tribal.
stamp. The
So
tramp stamp.
I was seeing like, is there an
Joseph has it.
evolution of spots? Like you would go from tattooing, like nobody wants it on their fucking navel anymore. We're
Yeah,
all-
I kind of avoided the super cliche stuff like the barbed wire and stuff. I was a little
yeah,
past.
which the Rock had, and he got it removed, I think.
Yeah, and I had done quite a few of them,
Right.
but not like 500.
That's right.
Like Duffy, he's probably done 2,000 tramp stamps. Dolphins on the like a dolphin on your crotch.
Yeah, but let's be honest here.
What's the
The
dolphin
reason why he's
symbolize?
fucking doing that is because it's a female and he gets to see some skin.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's
It's
the reason why I would do it. Like,
Sometimes-
I hate doing
sometimes
tramp
he's got a
stamps,
double
but
glove and
pull your
mask
pants
up.
off.
What the fuck? You may want a tuna down here or something.
Yeah, it's there's been
Tattoo some
some.
soap.
Fucking scratch and sniff.
Yeah, it used to be a lot more wild back. Even when I started, it's like people would have no inhibitions because they thought it was,
Right.
like they were going to the bar or something, and
And they're like, oh, tattoo. Let's instead of pita pit, it's like, hey, let's get a fucking tattoo.
Yeah.
Sober right up.
yeah,
Ow.
and they'd be like, "Well, I'm not embarrassed because I had kids." Woo,
Right. Right. Mom,
And we're
put
like,
your
we-
fucking shirt
Yeah,
back on.
everybody's seen my shit.
Yeah.
No, they haven't. They were called doctors and nurses. You didn't
shit.
Instagram that shit.
Yeah, put your stretch marks away, Sally.
There are
Okay,
some
it's
things you
enough
should
of that.
not see when people give birth. Like, no.
Dude, and people just don't do that stuff anymore. They just, I don't know. It's not as wild. It's kind of boring, but it's,
Right.
people are a lot more respectful when they come in now. Before it was just like, this guy must be a criminal or something.
Right.
Let's treat him however we want to and act however we want to in here. And
Now you're getting Yelp reviews from 16-year-olds saying that you made him upset. He hurt my feelings.
Oh,
right.
yeah. I
Fucking
totally.
liberals.
I forgot all about the barbed wire tattoos. Those
Dude,
things
that was
kinda
big.
phased
Like
out.
when we were coming up in high school, that and Arm Tribal, the fucking
Yeah,
the bands.
You have a sun tattoo.
I do not have
And
a
the
sun
tramp stamp.
tattoo.
You can't forget the tramp
What
stamp.
the
I do have a
fuck-
tramp
What the
stamp.
fuck is that thing? It's like a ball on fire. What is
I don't
that?
fucking know. I drew it when I was 16 and said put it on my shoulder.
I straight have both things. I have like a spirally
Yeah,
sun thing.
It
and
almost
then I
looks like a
got
pokeball with.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Oh, it's tight.
I drew that and then shout out to Nate. He's still kicking around.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I'm going to add some stuff in the back.
Aaron, I probably would have spent a little bit more time drawing it.
Probably, but
Yeah.
you're not me. So it was good enough. Well, originally, thank God, shout out to Nate again, because when I went in there, speaking of like the armed
It
tribal
probably didn't
sleeves,
look like that. It was probably all like shit.
well, he drew it for me, and I was like, I don't want a fucking band, but bands were in. So when I went in to get it done, I was like, can we make that a band? And he goes, no, I'm not doing a band. I'm like, okay. Like he sold me hard. And she's like, okay, you're right.
Yeah,
Put it on my shoulder.
Like when I started, the guy who taught me was like, yeah, maybe we'll take that band and just turn it this way and make it wider so it like flows down your arm in a way that doesn't look So tacky.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
Okay.
an armband out here.
Yeah, because I got an armband with, a Japanese symbol in it, and I was like, thought I was super cool.
Do you know what the symbol means?
It was fate, which I no longer believe in at all.
Okay.
I just don't even.
Let's take it out. Get it.
Yeah.
Cut it out right now.
Yep.
Because I already did that.
I always thought it was great when people would get like tattoos done, and like, it says faith and love or cherish me. And it's like, nah, it says whore. Like, that's what that stands for,
Some of that barbed wire stuff is coming back, like in a cool, ironic way.
Really?
Yeah, our guy Kyle just tattoos just hot young chicks all day, and
Good for him.
he's got this couple of girls that just have all this cool stuff, and I mean, barbed wire, and I mean, even a tramp stamp, and it's just cool somehow because it's these hot, cool girls getting it.
Right.
You know?
Tattoos have to be sexy to get them now, goddamn it.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
Especially barbed wire.
Right.
Yeah.
I would just do like a goddamn farm fence, 3 layers of barbed wire, Yeah, mix it up a little bit.
Electric one, too.
Don't pee on it. But yeah, that'd be kind of fucking great. Tramp stamps are fun. I think more guys should have tramp
Oh,
stamps.
yeah, just pee dripping off of it. That's a good. I got that.
It's like the Calvin pissing on the fucking car.
Electric.
logo,
Or Ren and Stimpy, don't pee on the electric fence.
Yeah.
That was a good
Uh,
episode.
That's a show that needs to come back.
Fuck, I loved it so much.
Dude, it was so good. It always
it's like-
fucking flipped me
is,
out when they would like zoom in and do like the hard cartoon drawing of their face with the drool and shit.
Dude, that's what. I mean, I love that so much growing up that it's super.
How is that a kid's show?
Still inspiring. I don't think it
I don't
is.
know. It got moved to Cartoon Network, though.
It's
But-
Wild West back then, dude.
I know.
Kids watched it. It was a cartoon
I
show.
watched it all the time.
There's a documentary about the guy who made it. He's kind of a creep, but not that bad. But the documentary, I forget what it's called. Pretty rad.
Yeah, wasn't he in like a lot of legal trouble doing something like
Something like
like
that.
a peder or
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, so I'm not gonna. I'm speculating.
Yeah.
But it was something out there.
I'll time that to cut that out.
It was crazy because I was like in the 4th and 5th grade, and like there was the first 4 episodes of that.
I was say, did you just drink your chew?
No,
Oh,
just
you spit?
Yeah, it was all over the
I
place.
thought it was the dog barking in the back. I don't know.
Oh no, I missed my spitter.
That's what I sound like when I drink my spitter.
Yeah, no, that was a great show.
Well, it took them all this time to create it because it was like this. They took all this time, and it was so talented group of people that to do the show that they only had like 4 episodes or 5 episodes for years. They just rerun them.
Really?
Yeah, because the art was like pretty top notch.
Yeah, and then they finally came out with one, and it was like happy, happy, joy, joy, or something, and that was the new one, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever.
Well, Rocco's Modern Life was just as bad.
It was pretty
Less
sick.
less artistic, but just as fucking bad.
Yeah, Rocco and Doug, Patty Mayonnaise.
I always,
all great
Patty Mayonnaise.
shows.
I was like, is Doug ever gonna lay this chick or what? Like, what
Pussy
are we?
Skeeter was in there skeeting around.
Here we are rooting
it
for.
done.
Like, come
It was
on,
like
bro.
With Rocco, it was like they like come out at one point like he actually worked as a sex phone operator.
I think so.
Rocco did?
Yeah.
That was his job, and you didn't know it. And there was like one episode where this woman's like, "Oh yeah, talk dirty to me."
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like in high school?
No, he had a job.
He had a job
He had a
as a sex phone operator.
dog named Spunky and a best friend named Heifer, and another one, Filbert, was a
I
turtle.
thought they were in high school because I thought that's where he was
No.
always chasing Patty Mayonnaise around.
That was Doug.
Oh, Doug. I'm mixing them up. Rocco's is a dog, right? Yeah. Gotcha.
Those shows are pretty hip.
Start watching that shit again and bring it back. You
They-
can watch it with your kids.
They used to have like the fucking game shows too. Remember like the Temple of Doom and
Wild and Crazy Kids.
Wild and Crazy Kids.
Oh, and Nick.
Yeah.
They always wanted to do fucking guts.
Now kids are like, fuck
Like,
that.
them
on
running
my
around climbing Mount Olympus or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
called. That was fucking
They don't do that
badass.
anymore. Kids are too
I
busy
get-
playing
those kids get
Minecraft.
Fucked up though, you know what I mean? Like the lawsuits they probably got falling down that fucking mountain. and
Like
shit.
American Gladiator. For
Right,
those
for
guys.
kids.
Fucking those steroid athletes out there just beating up average Joes, just trying to like run
See,
through obstacle
if that
course.
show was running, they should have put little Hercules on there. He would have fucked people up. Remember that kid?
Only he was alive then.
Oh, he had to have been. That was
Isn't
like,
he like totally like out of shape now?
I think
too?
he's like 20 something years old now.
Yeah, he's not like Hercules anymore. I think he's lost it.
Fat Ulysses,
Yeah,
his brother.
probably drug Elise. That's what happens. Look at my 8-year-old. He has abs. Every 8-year-old has fucking abs.
Right?
Like, jeez.
I didn't.
Aaron, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got smelling here?
That's a little proper 12s.
Little proper. I got you some
Right
right
there,
there.
AJ.
Yeah, we might as well cheers. Cheers this up. I want to go back to that tramp stamp.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Cheers.
Cheers,
salute,
boys.
gentlemen.
Usually I don't go,
Look at you changing up.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
He's doing it for the listeners.
It starts off rough, but then it doesn't have that.
Oh, it doesn't have the bite.
No.
Usually I'm like, ugh.
It's not like wild turkey out here. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude. I've gotten drunk off that shit one too many times. I remember hanging out with Keenan. That was all he had. And it was like
From all that.
4 Coors Lights and a bottle of wild turkey. And so we obviously shot down all that wild turkey. Dude, I was so fucked up for days after that. Felt like shit.
There's a reason it's on the bottom shelf. Even though I've seen wild turkey on the top shelf, some of it. Like, maybe shelves don't matter anymore. They're just running out of room. Like, fuck it. Just put it here.
So
put
many
it there.
choices now, dude.
It's alphabetical.
Private reserve turkey.
Right? The Thanksgiving special.
Turkey 101.
Does
Yeah.
anybody remember Carstairs whiskey?
No. I remember Idaho Gold.
Maybe they just sold it in Silver Valley. I don't know. Carstairs. It was like $14 for a half gallon or something.
It's like that hoodoo whiskey.
Oh, it's
Or voodoo?
nasty.
Voodoo.
It's pretty much the only reason why I only drink some hard alcohol maybe twice a month.
Right? Too much.
Yeah.
I got so sick off of it once.
I've told this story before, but one of the first times I ever drank, me, Ryan, and
Boone's Farm.
Justin, throw his name out there, Casper, hanging out. Well, we bought a fucking gallon of Carlo Rossi, and then we had a fifth of LTD whiskey.
Oh, God.
And I never really drank, so we fucking, between the three of us, put that fifth of LTD whiskey down in like 5 minutes. My mom didn't even have shot glasses, so we're just filling up like doubles. Like, oh yeah, you just shoot it back. We didn't. Know
I heard something about fingers and shit.
And then we opened up, that gallon of wine, and made it like halfway through. Dude, it was bad news. Ryan's puking in the bathtub. I'm puking in the sink. Justin falls down the stairs, goes outside, gets lost in my fucking
this is the one where he gets lost in the neighborhood.
Ends up trying to get in my house, in air quotes. It was the neighbor's house. Some old lady. She's pushing him out the back door. Cops come up, wrap his ass up. Yeah, it was a bad night.
You're like, and then I turned 16.
I think I was 17.
God.
Dude, it was bad. It was fucking rough.
Mine, I was 4. I stole my mom's like Bud Light. One or two of them or whatever. 2 Bud Lights made me
At
throw
4?
up. Yeah. Threw up on my brother.
Jesus, dude. What the fuck?
It was,
That explains a lot.
she was like, we were at my grandparents' house. I remember this. And she let me like try. It was like holidays, every now and then when you're little kids, the parents will let you try an adult drink. So it's like, all right, badass. And his Bud Light, the red and white label in the bottles. And I would just come up when she wasn't looking and probably drank 2 bottles worth. That's all it was at 4. And then went to bed.
Lightweight.
Sleeping in bed next to my brother and just woke up puking all over.
Oh.
And my grandma came in. My mom's like, "What's going on?" And my grandma could smell the beer. He's like, "I think he's hungover." Like, yeah,
Hungover at 4.
2 beers at 4.
It does explain a lot.
Had to get it out. Them demons out.
We were like 14. We used to hang out in my buddy's shed up Page.
Stabbing cabin?
Dude, it was just funny, man. It was just great times. I got like 7 beers the first time I got drunk, and it was awesome.
Yeah, the good old days when drinking
Yeah,
was
back-
fun.
yeah,
Now
and
it
it
just seems like
didn't-
you
and it
fucking
didn't
have to
take-
do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
it didn't take a lot. Just
Yeah.
took like a few.
have a
like
couple
1 or
beers
2.
and you'd be like flying. You're like, oh, I feel really good right now.
Good, yeah.
Dude, we would get drunk and just like fall on the floor. Like, dude, this is so new. It doesn't even hurt when you fall because we're 15 and
Let's
we're
go
just,
do some shit.
Yeah,
Hit me with that car. Let's see how bad that's going to hurt.
I bet I could jump that car.
like, and their parents are so cool. It's like they don't even just turning a blind eye to us getting drunk at 14.
We had a
Funny.
not a family friend, but a friend whose parents are kind of like that. Like, oh, if you're downstairs, we don't know what's happening. And so there would be fucking 20 of us over there just getting shit housed constantly every weekend. It's like, they never knew.
You know, it's kind of one of them things. We did that. We had a group of friends that did that, and then there was the other people that would go drinking and driving to all the kegs in the woods, and we went to some of those, but we had like designated. We were pretty responsible kids back then, even though we were still drinking all the time.
Right. Yeah.
We weren't. I don't know. Like our parents were just like, just don't do any of that stuff because everybody's getting like DUIs and minors in possessions and stuff, and yeah.
Jeez.
You lived out in the sticks, though, or?
No, I was in town in Kellogg.
Oh, you were in town?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you lived like a little bit further out.
No.
But I mean, what are you going to do in that fucking town anyways?
Yeah,
No?
nothing.
Go out in the woods and drink.
Yep, that's what you do. And that's what we still do.
Shit,
It's
that's
fun.
That's what they did here.
How did that like correlate from growing over in Kellogg to wanting to be an artist or a tattoo artist in general? Was it just one of those things you always kind of like doing, like drawing and whatnot? And
I always drew, but I didn't ever take it seriously at all. I was just like, well, I could do this, you know? And then I went to college, went from Kellogg, and went to the big city of Coeur d'Alene.
oh, Harvard on the Lake.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I even graduated. And I went to the first semester.
Congratulations.
And I know.
You should have brought
The way
that.
you said it.
He paused, like he was waiting for it.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't going to
I
give it
even
to him right away.
Graduated.
I got to let him warm into it. You know?
Yeah, you know, so I came to the big town, did a bunch of classes, failed normal classes that people could pass because it was college.
Right.
And I think I was just faking my way through Kellogg High School there because I got to the real world and actually failed. I never failed anything. I'm like, oh, you actually have to do all this stuff.
Try.
And then I go to the advisor and I'm like, all right, what can I do here that doesn't involve this math and all this English and this and that? And I'm like, graphic design. I could draw. Sure. Let's do it. Boom. And then I was doing that and doing art classes, life drawing, naked chicks. And
Perfect.
it was awesome. Like, it was a pretty good time, really.
Stick figure, big tits.
Oh, it was awesome, dude. And I did good. Like, everybody was, like, there were some really good people in there, and I was one of them.
Nice.
I like the contouring you did on the boobs there.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to add the third one.
Yeah. What's this stick figure down here? Oh, that's me.
There was always, like, one really hot girl that did it, but she did only do it, like, very rarely. But there was always this maybe 45-year-old lady with a big curvaceous body and I was like, whoa, you know. And she was always the lady we got, and she was very plump, let's say.
Like, how are you using 3 brushes right now?
Yeah.
3 strokes.
I need more paint.
Well, but it was like designing stuff, and then I ended up meeting people in tattoo world.
Right.
So, and I just remember being in Ink World Tattoo. Shout out to them, downtown Coeur d'Alene when it was down there, and I just seen the stuff on the walls, and I was like, I'm gonna be hanging out here, dude.
Did you do your apprenticeship through them?
Nope. Different, long story. Probably a lot of names in there. Yeah, that's the first time where I was like, this is where I'm not gonna leave. I don't know if I'm gonna tattoo, but I'm going to be hanging out here.
Gotcha.
You know, it was neat.
Like, just pay that motherfucker. He won't leave.
Yeah, you're like Jay and Silent Bob at the tattoo place. It's
Yeah.
like, what is he doing here? Like, oh.
Well, that's back when we would just hang and oh man, it was just neat. Well, we all had the same weed dealer, so that helped, you know.
Made it easy for
I'm
him.
only making one stop. God damn it.
Got EJ out here. It's before Grubhub and all this shit.
Yeah.
Just
Got a
weed
double
hub.
dose quarter.
Yeah.
EJ.
I got a bag here.
Oh man, yeah, some wild times back then. And then I would just I went with this other guy that split off from him, and then I was just there drawing for him and talking to the customers, and I didn't even know then I was gonna tattue.
He's just
I
showing
didn't know.
up.
I didn't know I was gonna tattoo even while I was tattooing myself. I was like, I don't know if this is for me.
What am I doing with my life? Like,
And it wasn't traditional. Like, it wasn't like I was his apprentice and I was his
Right.
friend, you know. And it was like, hey, EJ's in the back tattooing his friends, and I mean, not in the back, in a closet, dude. Like, I cleared out a closet and took the door off in the back of the shop and put
The lighting's
the
pretty
stuff
dark in here.
We're gonna do this all black tattoos.
You just got like a headlamp. That's all you can see. Don't move.
Yeah. Just doing some tribal on a guy's chest. That's horrible for fucking 5 hours, not knowing what I'm doing. But he was cool.
I like it. It looks really good.
He would come in and afterwards he would come in and tell me what I did wrong. Sometimes he'd fix them for me right there. He'd be like, no, you just this is how you do it, you know? So I learned all the tricks, you know?
Right.
When you're training, are they free?
Yeah, pretty much.
People are like, they take the risk kind of thing. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
and-
he's new,
dude,
but it's free.
And there's no shortage of people who want it too.
Really?
Oh no. If I said that you were doing free apprentice tattoos right now at our shop, there would be people fucking calling around the block.
I hope not.
He's never done it before. That'd be badass. That'd be funny. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, bro.
I mean, I can draw a pretty good dick. So it's like Enzo, shout out to him telling us he hides fucking cocks in tattoos.
Yeah.
Joking, wink. But he's like, nah, I don't do it all the time. It's on his episode, people listen. And he's like, yeah, but every once in a while I'll throw one in there. I was like, looking through my
Checking
arms, I
yours.
didn't put one in yours. I'm like, I would be the person you'd fucking put it in. What are you talking about? Where's that? Where's that?
It's the clock hand. It's a dick.
Right?
This one. Yeah.
But I mean, fuck, I wouldn't even care at that point. It's like, whatever. Put a dick in there.
Just shade a vein in there, then you'd be pissed.
What the fuck?
You can make anything out to look like a dick if
Yeah.
you're really looking for
Oh,
it.
yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Trust me. We've done that enough. That's awesome. So you've been at that shop now, didn't you say, from 2010?
So we went from me and my accomplice, Holly. We've been working together since 2005. And me and her opened a shop with a piercer in Spokane in 2006. And we were there for like 12 years. And then we just needed to change, so we went to Tiger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just said, fuck it. We don't want to do your own shop anymore? Or is it just
there's so much
stress, too much stress over the top of it?
I mean, well, we were just working there. It was his shop. So, yeah, and we're still really good friends with him and everything, but we just needed a change. And we like Tiger because of the history and the people there and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just neat to be a part of that lineage a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. And now when I go to like conventions and stuff, like people be like, oh yeah, you're you. Not, oh, who are you?
Yeah, who's this guy from Spokane?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's cool. Do you travel a lot? Like I know, not just conventions, but like, do you take up other studio space every once in a while?
Not a ton. It's more conventions. And even that I'm doing one in May.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Sienna are gonna go, and
Local or?
nope, Arizona,
Oh, nice.
and then California, but we're just going to that one. It's gonna be fun.
How does that work?
Work up on the barbed
Do you
wire.
just know when the conventions are coming up and you apply for a spot?
Yep, yep. And she goes with a group of dudes, and she's goes to Sturgis, and she just kills it. So I'm just gonna follow her lead, because usually when I do a convention, I do not kill it. I just barely break even and just have a lot of fun.
Right.
Normally,
More about the experience.
I'm gonna go down there and
Kill it.
kill it.
Get on board with what she's doing.
There's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
a lot of barbed wire and pickleball tattoos you're gonna
Yeah,
be doing.
dude.
Study
There you
up.
go.
And I'm good at those, so
I'd love a pickleball set match just right on my sleeve.
That's what your sleeve should be. A pickleball fucking
Yeah.
court with everything else going on.
Could be.
There you go.
Who
So you
knows?
got ideas now.
I have ideas.
What because you primarily do traditional, right? This is what you were talking about, Tim.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're on air now, so if you'd like to
Black
interject.
and white.
I don't even know why I come here.
I've been asking the same fucking thing.
it's like he's doing an important job over there.
He is, when he shows up.
I mean, dude, around here, it's like everybody wants everything. You got to make the person happy. So I've done it all, and I do it all. After all these years, I try to do a little bit more of my thing, but even then, that's only half the time. I'm doing your thing, you know.
Right.
I know exactly how that feels like.
you wanna
Shut up and run those boards.
want like a clock and a lion and all that stuff, like I'll do that too.
Right.
Do I want to do a big eagle on your chest? Yeah, that'd be better.
Okay.
You know,
There's certain things you prefer. Like,
Yeah.
what are you good at? Like, so you
He just
like
said
to
he's
draw
good at everything, you fucker.
drawing animals, and eagles number one, or
yeah.
tiger.
I mean, it's more like but traditional. You know, like bold,
Color
Gotcha.
pattern, color palettes, and
not super realistic,
Got you.
but still gives the whole vibe of it. Yeah, it's fun.
fuck yeah.
I usually base it off of the old stuff too. I don't just go on Google. I have lots of books and then like knowledge of all the old stuff. So I usually try to like make it look authentic somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Put your own little flair on it, but
Yeah,
keeping it
but-
to,
Yep.
well, I guess the traditional aspect of it.
Yeah, of course.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I know. I've been trying to convince Joe here to get a tattoo.
Well, it's a work in progress. I was looking through, because you're like one of the first people that messaged us, and I was like, who's this guy messaged us on Instagram? And Aaron was telling me about you, so I was looking through some of your tattoos. They're pretty cool, like the ones that you've done stuff. It's like on your Instagram.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I saw like you put like, I think you had tigers in your profile. I wasn't sure if you were like into tigers, but now maybe that's because it's at Tiger Tattoos.
Yeah.
And I was like, you must like tigers. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a good thing to collect once you work at a place that's called Tiger Tattoo.
Right.
Here's a little bit of your work. I don't know if you can see it all that great, but
What's your Instagram handle?
Nartats.
How do you spell that?
GNAR.
GNAR.
EJ.
Good thing you spelled that. I would have been KNNAR.
It's like gnome, the G silent.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nartats, right
that
on.
one looks sick right there.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
got some good detail.
Yeah,
Could be a huckleberry.
No, a lot of them are
Think about
good. I really like, the
Huckleberry
Doc Holliday
seltzer.
one.
sure.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and I'm the guy at the shop that does. I usually get picked to do the more realistic stuff, even though it's not on there. I got tons of it. It's just I like that stuff more, and I want to do more of that. So,
Right.
but people probably actually want to see that other stuff more.
I think it all just depends. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like what you said earlier. It's people want what they want. So
Well, I mean, yeah, and I don't really get sleeves because I'm looking. Okay, like Eric, I understand his little, I guess, shin sleeve because I can see it and it has like all these like Nintendo characters on it. I was like, all right, he must really like Nintendo and shit. But like when I look at Aaron's, all I can see on it is a clock, and I'm like, well, I don't really understand what's going on until I like have to like literally look at
you know,
your
all the
sleeve.
different
So-
levels going through it
Yeah.
and whatnot. Right.
So when I see people's sleeves, like fighters or whatever on TV or whatever, I can't tell like what the tattoo is. And maybe that's just
That's part of the
This
art
is how
though
it
too.
is,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't want just a smiley face on your arm. You're like, oh, it's a smiley face.
Yeah.
If it's, intricate and whatnot, you got to kind of take a look and see how it, goes and contours to your body and so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
But another
Or I
friend
could
of
be
mine,
wrong. People want a fucking smiley
he's really
face.
into who's the guy that does Nightmare Before Christmas? That
Tim
direct-
Burton?
Yeah, he's really into Tim Burton type style. So he has like the whole like Tim Burton theme on his arm. And
I've
everything.
seen it. I've probably
So-
done a few, maybe not sleeves of it, but I've done a lot of it.
Right.
People do like Tim Burton,
I think
and I do too. Did you
Right.
see that Wednesday? Jesus Christ,
Dude,
Yeah.
it was fucking good.
dude! I would never watch anything like that, and I seen it, and I didn't even know what it was even, and I was like, Tim Burton. I'll watch it
only-
because it's Tim Burton.
the
And
only-
then I'm like, I love this.
well, then what's her face?
the only problem with that show is like
the girl
what
who
she
plays
was
Wednesday is
supposed to be
fucking
like
hot, too.
12 or 14 in that.
And she's
show.
25. So just
Yeah,
just
so I was like, this is
Oh.
really
so
hard to
don't
like.
feel like I'm creeping over.
And
here.
that's what I was getting at. I was like,
Look
she's,
up her age.
she's really hot, and I was
You
like,
feel
wait,
guilty
she's
about
supposed
it?
to be like a 14-year-old. This is stupid.
Yeah, but she's like 25 or something like that. 23, 25. So
No, I mean, yeah,
make you feel a bit better about yourself.
I couldn't believe how much I like that because I don't really.
she's
like,
definitely popped
like
up
a
on
lot
the
of
gram.
movies and stuff.
Well, it was dark enough, but it was pretty good. The only thing I didn't like was what is this fucking? He's one of my favorite actors, and I can't even think of his name.
But you actually watched the show?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It's really good. I told you Ortega's hot.
No, I
man.
already did watch it. I was watching her mainly, but yeah, it's the guy that plays in
Who plays her dad?
it's the guy that plays the chef in Waiting. Have you seen that show back with
Yeah.
Dane Cook,
yeah.
Ryan Gosling, and the chef that did the like he would hang his ball sack out?
Louise
Guzman.
something. Louise
Yeah, he
Guzman.
played.
So
He
he's
played in Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. I like him. I just
think-
didn't like him
I
as
think
the
he's
father.
French, but
You know,
I thought he was rad.
I thought he was great.
Everybody who said I've talked to about it, they're like, I don't think that he was very good. And I'm like, he was
It wasn't that it wasn't good. It just from from watching the Addams Family, growing up, you had a very tall, like set standard, and they changed it.
Shit.
And I really like Luis Guzman. I don't know, it wasn't for me.
Well, he was, in listening some stuff about it, that was very, very close to the comics, because it originally was a comic, and so his body type actually he matched perfectly.
Did he?
I thought he did well.
Perfect to what it was drawn.
He's a shaggy vampire.
Well, that's what I'm going to start telling the haters then.
There you go.
I thought it was a great.
I didn't even know it was a comic.
I watched it because he was in it. Besides, Wednesday herself, but
Well, he was only in it for like 2 episodes.
he was in it for quite a bit because they tried to he was like the main character with the murder scene and everything. Spoilers, back in the day.
Yeah, but it was like when he was young. I
So
don't know.
you weren't watching it.
Yeah, I did.
You were just watching Wednesday too. Okay.
I watched it on a Thursday.
She's
bro.
popped up on a lot of feeds. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this person?
Just killing it.
Yeah, dancing, and I didn't even know what it was because I'm not really into the nerd culture that much. I'm starting to, because so many people, I'm outnumbered with the nerds. The nerds,
Well, I think
they're taking over, and
They all hate Harry Potter now, so we don't have to watch that shit.
good. And I just watched.
Never watched it.
I watched all the Lord of the Rings or something not that long ago for the first time, and I was like, "This is the raddest thing I've ever seen in my life."
That's like,
why did I resist this?
Right.
if you watch
Just
it,
because
not
I
a
thought
nerd,
it was nerdy.
if you
See, I have a thing with child actors. I can't get behind Harry Potter for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it's not good. It's not that it's an awesome book. I'm not going to read them because I don't care that much. And trying to watch them,
yeah,
I could not. I can't get behind it. Now,
they're kids' stories.
Or even Stranger Things.
that was a little bit easier.
It's cool. It's so cool. But then them kids are just.
They kind of
I
ruin
liked it just because of how it was set, in the 80s. You know what I mean? And coming through into that kind of element of the scary movies and bringing back the nostalgia part
Do
of
you
it.
watch?
That's what I really like.
Do you watch Cobra Kai?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
Is it?
And some of those girls that play in there should not be playing that age. You know what I'm
Jesus.
saying? I'm just saying,
Shout outs. Yeah, see, even Cobra Kai, I try
cannot
to
do karate in a bikini. Stop it.
Yes, you can.
What's that guy who does kids? Harmony.
Harmony?
Oh God, what's that? He does kids and Gummo and.
What do you mean he does kids?
Oh,
You gonna cut this?
The movie.
Oh,
the movie Kids.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like,
Larry Clark and Harmony. But anyway, they're those are my favorite movies. Kids. You ever watch that?
No.
They're skateboarder kids in New York, and the kid has AIDS.
that's a dark movie though.
Super dark. And
Yeah.
they're really
I was
young.
watching Never Ending Story.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen Kids, it's super dark. It's
Is
not,
that the one that-
It's not like a child's movie.
Is it recent?
No.
No.
No. This is early 90s or
Mid-
Mid
something.
90s,
Late
probably. Yeah.
Because when you said kids and skateboarding, I was thinking that Jonah Hill documentary he did growing up in L.A. with skateboarding and shit. I forget what it's called.
My favorite skateboarding movie was it Gleaning the Cube with fucking Christian
Gleaning
Slater.
the Cube. That sounds like a
You haven't
porn.
seen that? Dude, it's rad. You've seen it. It was a good
Cleaning
movie,
your
dude.
cube.
Made me want to start skateboarding. I didn't, but
Is this
made me
where
watch it.
he jumps off at the end of the show and hits the bad guy with his skateboard in the chest? And it was a one fin board? No?
I don't know. Have you seen it?
I've seen
you know
it.
how long it's been since I've seen
I've
that
seen
fucking
it.
movie?
I was 5 years old when I seen the skateboarding movie.
Yeah, it was
and
Christian Slater, right? Or was it Kevin Bacon?
I think it was Christian Slater.
Dude, pump up the volume, Christian Slater.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was my favorite movie, man, where he had the mobile radio station. They were getting away from the FM police and stuff. Oh, and he played Bad Religion on there and Descendants and
Fuck
Beastie
yeah.
Boys and God, I love that.
Even Broken Arrow was a good one, dude.
Never seen that one.
It's,
I'm gonna
That's
write
Christian
him down.
Slater.
I'm
That
gonna-
is
I'm gonna
Christian
watch
Slater.
tonight.
One of those extreme sport movies I loved was Rad. The BMX one.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Rad was great.
Was it?
Yeah, they're trying to break up some BMX kids are trying to break up a drug ring.
Really?
Yeah, in LA.
It's like little ninjas
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, 3 ninjas.
Tum Tum.
Three
Three
ninjas.
ninjas. There we go. Oh, those are all
Jake
solid.
loves Emily or something. I forget his name, but yeah, they had a little can with the string.
Fuck yeah.
The fuck out of here.
Dixie cups. They went across the fucking the windows.
How far we've come.
Yeah.
Thank
I know.
God.
I just send nudes the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Text.
I saw a quote the other day that the average male, whether age of 12, 14, whoever has a phone, at this time will have seen more naked females than like the emperor of like Egypt and shit back in the day in Persia.
What?
Isn't that crazy? Like they have more access to.
Well, dude,
more
you can
naked-
look up anyone naked now.
And I was like, wait, was that a privilege back
most
then
part.
to see naked females?
I think they were
Yeah,
just
but-
prevalent everywhere, though. You know, like fucking open baths and shit. You know,
No,
Tits
like
and
you,
ass
like
everywhere.
today we would see more of them. Like because obviously we have access to. You can go on Instagram right now, or you can go on Google, see a bunch of
OnlyFans.
boobs. Yeah, like we've seen more than like King Tut or like those pharaohs and stuff back in the day.
I would assume so.
Ever see. Yeah.
Dude, I could probably do a small documentary just on the history of porn on the internet and how it's came to be.
Oh, I
You
bet.
know, like a 15-minute documentary just about like here's how it was. Like 1 pixel per 20, 30 seconds.
Oh, fuck, Chris, mom, minimize it. You know, what are you doing? No, just
It won't minimize. It won't minimize. It won't minimize.
just unplug the fucking computer.
20 other ones come up.
Yep.
You're
Oh.
like, Jesus.
Napster and LimeWire fucking changed the game, son.
This gateway is gonna blow up here
Fuck
if I
yeah.
look at it.
My
one more
e-machines
time.
is just fucking
There's-
full of porn.
There's a movie I think I brought it up before on the podcast, but there's a movie about like it's a true movie. It's got Luke Wilson's in it. He's the main character, and they want to put porn on the internet, but they want to be able to charge for it, and nobody invented how to put a credit card to get an instant charge for it.
Porn
And
actually did that.
The guy Luke Wilson's buddy actually worked for NASA, and he quit, and they made this online credit card transaction that you could do.
Yeah, what's the name of like the what
But
everyone
it's-
uses like secure something or whatever?
I
Secure
forget,
check.
but it was a great movie. It was
Yeah.
all about like how
And then everybody
if it
took
wasn't
that.
for
That's
online,
where, like,
for that.
Amazon shopping and that uses the same thing that the porn was started with. Like it's the same technology. Yeah,
And it was
all
funny
because
because
of
they
porn.
did this like that camera roll where it plays like a really upbeat song, you know, and then it's doing different scenes. Like I forget what it's called in movies, but
Montage.
yeah. And so they're going through, and you're seeing like an average dad getting yelled at by his wife because the credit card bill comes in. It's like fucking Hustler or Big Titties or whatever something, and it just did this whole thing of
Well,
this
dude, back in the
montage.
day, it was like, okay, whose dad has the biggest porn collection? You know what I mean? You know, there's a stack of Playboys. There's a couple fucking VHS tapes hidden in the back of the closet. So parents go away. You had to find it, pull it out,
Yeah, you had to
watch your
work.
30 minutes, and then put it back. You know, then
You had to work for it back then.
yeah, dad would be like, it wasn't out here. It was not.
Or like-
this is not the spot.
I'm
So-
sorry. Were you guys sitting around watching porn with all your friends?
Not me.
No, I didn't
but,
say with
like,
my friends,
Me and my
but I
brother.
was, though.
Me and my brother would like put in like VHS tapes of like, or my mom's.
Whoa,
like-
hey,
Whoa, your mom and
hey,
dad's
hey.
like it'd be like Richard Gere in some other movie, and we just fast forward to see if there was any sex in it. And we just
Striptease or some
we
shit?
just leave it there, pause, and whenever we wanted to watch it, we just put it in.
Well, I fucking told you we're at Arthur's
My
house
mom
and
like
we're getting
she'd
all
be
that
like, why
porn.
the fuck are these videos?
We had a buddy that was over there just would order porn. We'd all go upstairs and then he'd be downstairs on like, you know, Skinamax ordering porn and shit. And Arthur's dad got the bill and it's like $400 for all this porn. And so he tried to blame it on us, and we're like, dude, we're upstairs. Well, we caught that little deviant down there fucking jacking off behind the goddamn couch.
His dad?
No, the kid that was ordering all the porn.
Oh, I thought it was
And
his
so we
dad.
made him come clean, so we all didn't get in trouble.
I bet you did make him
But hey, we all
You
looked up
comb that
now.
out right now.
Put it away.
We need the
Put
evidence.
it away.
Evidence.
But,
All right, whose mouth's holding this? Who's holding the shot?
A little game called "Who's in My Mouth." But he recorded some of
Aaron's
this
got his
porn
mouth
on a
in a
fucking
bleh.
movie on Tin Cup, and so he gave it to me because he didn't want to get caught because he was real religious. So I take this movie home. I put it in my collection of movies, right? Of course, I'm at fucking school, and my mom's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch one of Aaron's movies." She
tin-
fucking picks Tin
tin.
Cup, gets through like the first opening scene. And then it's just fucking Pound Town after that. She's like, what the fuck? So I get home from school and she's like, you want to tell me something? I'm like, no. She goes, you want to tell me something? I'm like, no.
I love
And then
you.
she's like, I went and watched one of your movies. I go, okay. Because this is the only porn that I had. And I just figured no one would ever watch Tin Cup. It's not a good movie. And,
Got Kevin Costner in it.
That's a
though.
great movie.
It's a
no,
great
it's
movie.
not.
Yeah, it
Great
is.
movie.
Not something my mom would watch.
Give
She'd
me that
never
5
watch a
iron.
golf movie. But fucking Costner gave it up.
It's a great movie.
But
She was thinking the same thing.
yeah, I mean, she probably
like
watched the porn
Ghost
too
of-
and diddled herself.
It's like Ghost of Biblo Baggins too, with Matt Damon and Will Smith. I forget the title.
Ghost of Bilbo. What?
Bibloback. I forget what it's called, but
I have no idea. Another porn?
No, Will Smith's a ghost, and he comes up and caddies for Matt Damon.
Never seen it.
Oh my god.
Don't think I will either. However, so she finally goes, I watched Tin Cup, and I'm like, okay. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, oh, I started laughing, and she's like, what's so funny? You know, like, get all mad at me. I'm like, okay, here's the story. I was at Arthur's house, and I had to like give her the whole story. She believed me, which was true. She didn't give me Tin Cup back though. Fucker. She still has it.
She probably still has it.
Yeah, she still has it. She still has it. She's probably watching it right now.
Yeah. Remember my friend Richard went to his brother-in-law's house and had to babysit or something. He like compiled all of it onto like one videotape of low quality, like 5 porns, and it was so,
all the friends take it for a weekend.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it was Moonstroked.
Moonstroked.
I do Windows 2. I do Windows 2. And oh my god, like Debbie does Dallas 5, you know.
Right.
There was another one with they were aliens. And this guy had like 2 dicks. And then one was a real dick and one was not a real dick, and lotion came out of one and the real stuff came out of the other, and it was so cheesy, dude.
I love porn.
Oh, it was so funny.
There's
be
so
fucking-
many-
Oh, and the Moonstroked, it was like you put the Playboy in the copier, and then it came out in real life.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
It's
what
like,
I
I'm
want.
going to try this apple first. Oh, okay. Now let's try this magazine, and yeah.
Well, it's like when Weird Science came out, dude. Everybody wanted to make their own computer girl.
Yeah.
God damn, she was hot.
Yep.
Fuck, I wish I could. Oh, you're just gonna take a shower? Let me help you. Like, what? You
Right.
Make this from a fucking. Where's
was
the
that-
sex bots today?
Only-
How was that PG-13?
I don't know, dude.
Only
It was a wild time back then. You could wear all that shit.
I think they just 3D print them now. So.
Is that what it is?
Pretty
you
easy.
can't have that movie reverse genders. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You can't
No,
have
it's a
2
lawsuit,
girls
dude.
like 12-year-old popping on a dude. What? You want a shower?
Oh, I gotta touch this tit. He would have already came, dude. He would have fucking got in there like instantly.
Fucking weird science.
That's such a good movie. God damn. They still make movies like that anymore. Like, I was thinking about this the other night.
I mean, I think there's like 2 extremes. I don't think you can make movies like that. Well, funny wise, I can't think of a. No, they kind of still.
See,
do.
I was thinking about talking to you about this, and if we were going to start shooting shorts again, do something like the old nostalgia, the old B-rolls in it, the old fucking shitty-ass music, you know what I mean? But, like, make it legit to the time of, like, the early 80s, and just do shorts with it. It's all, like, the nostalgia shit. Be interesting, because I guarantee, like, we've seen so much with, like, CGI, the biggest explosions, you know, the grade A actors, where if we bring back the shittiness and we do it correctly, I think it'd be great. You heard it here, 3 Shots Podcast first. Don't fucking steal my idea.
Some of those movies back then though were on point though. Like
Yeah,
back
I
in,
agree.
Like Terminator.
I mean, actually script it out and do it right, but make them cheesy like that. The cheesy music you always knew, you know what I mean? You just fucking knew when the music started, like, oh, what garbage is gonna happen now?
It's like
It's the
what?
best around.
Exactly.
Nothing's ever gonna take it down.
What was bad? Yeah, it was like the kids shows, like Power Rangers and shit. Oh my god, those are horrible. Looking back, I'm like, why did I ever watch this shit?
Right. Well, like, you guys seen the new Jackass?
Not yet.
Yeah.
You guys have? Oh my god! So you know the opening scene? You know what I'm talking about?
So before you do that, I got a great. So I go actually opening night to go watch that with buddies of mine, and so we're sitting down in the restaurant before we go in, and everyone's like, oh, how many dicks do you think we're gonna see in this one? Everyone's like, 12. Someone was like, oh, there's going to be like 100 of them. Another guy's like, oh, 4 or 5. And I'm like, I think they're over it at this time. And then within the first, 2 minutes or two seconds of the opening credit, there's a dick.
Dickzilla. Yeah,
There's a Dickzilla.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my God.
I think I've seen like the Netflix.
like how behind the scenes, I saw that too.
Yeah.
4.5.
Like how
or
they
whatever.
made it and they stuck Chris Pontius's dick through the hole.
We're too cheap to go see it or rent it. So we're just gonna watch the behind the scenes.
It's like it's got to
one.
come out on Netflix sooner or later.
It's on Paramount.
Oh really?
Who's the
right.
guy that?
Yeah,
thought it was a great
Jackass bought
idea?
it also, or not Jackass. Paramount bought all the Jackasses, so you can watch all of them on there.
Who was the one that had the great idea of let's flatten our dick as flat as we can possibly make it?
Dude, and playing fucking ping pong on
It
it.
just sounds like it hurts.
But were you not impressed that it could get that flat?
oh yeah.
It looked like a fucking little like mouse going under a door, dude.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. I mean, not one looking at dicks, but
I mean, they're putting it in between stuff like that thick.
they got 2 pieces of plexiglass and they pinched it in there and then tightened it down.
Oh,
That's rough, dude.
no.
And then they start playing ping pong.
Yeah, off of it. Fucking great, dude.
No, yeah, I think
It's a great paddle.
Oh, man. You ever do any crazy shit like that when you were growing up?
dude. Yeah, I would say yeah. I mean, not like with their dicks.
What's
you
it
know,
like over
but
in the Silver Valley growing up?
Dude,
Because, I mean, you have to be getting in trouble doing something.
It was pretty fun.
EJ, how old are you?
41.
41. Okay, so you were part of the CKY2K
Oh, yeah.
kind of generation.
Like you said, white supremacist. I was like,
right? Right?
Yeah.
yeah, that was me. Spokesman.
No, we would do stuff all the time, wrestling around and freaking. I don't know. We had cool cars. Yeah, like we'd go up the river and just race cars and do stupid shit and race people and just camping and having fun. And I mean, I guess when the Jackass came out, you're like jumping into a tree or something,
Right.
like trying to do something funny, but yeah, we'd go up into like our friends' parents' camping spot on the river and just be like, bring a keg and just sit there all day and see like a cop on the other side of the river and just be like spraying beer like, hey cop, like fuck you, and then like 45 minutes later they just roll up on us. We're like, of course we knew that, and somebody just hid all that stuff and gave us Snicker bars and Coca-Colas. Because we're smart,
Right.
Cops are like, I could have swore you were just spraying beer everywhere and flipping me off, but
No, that was the other kids.
yeah, that was the other kids.
That
in the
wet
exact
right
same
there,
spot.
that's pee. Sorry.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
touch that.
Yeah, that was just some other really fat person that was doing that, because you can't. Everybody fucking knows.
Right. Like, okay, listen here.
He took off 25 minutes ago. He's probably about 25 feet that way.
Yeah, it was the other guy in that cool car. Yes, it was kind of crazy because I didn't really get away with a lot because we owned a restaurant over there. It was like Take and Bake Pizza that was named after me, so it was EJ's Ready to Bake Pizza,
Really?
and it was way before like Papa Murphy's and stuff. We had it for like 25 years and yada yada. It was
Is it still kicking over there?
no, a guy bought it and had it for another 10 years. It probably closed down like 6 years ago. But it was good shit, Anyway, so I couldn't fucking go anywhere and do anything bad, really, because they'd be like, well, I saw EJ out there.
Right.
And it would get back to my dad.
Parents are just giving them pies.
Just,
like, here.
instantly it would get back to my dad. And he'd be like, no. So I had to really be,
Sneaky and cautious.
sneaky.
Yeah, I know the guy that runs Wildcat Pizza over there now in Kellogg.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how they're doing. They had a spot over in Hayden for a little bit too, but I think they closed that one down, and now it's just the one over in Kellogg.
Sorry, I was tuned out. I had a little arachnophobia scene over here.
Is that what you're flipping out over there?
Yeah. is that
I
what
really
you
should
were-
have showed that.
You
Oh,
didn't
I
get
just
that?
look over and he's just like this.
Yeah, dude, I was like, it was all up on my arm. This big fucking black thing. I was like,
It's good for you.
I was gonna scream, but I was like, fuck it. Maintain.
Dude, I feel like as you get older, like I used to just be a big pussy about spiders. Hummingbirds. I didn't like hummingbirds.
Hummingbirds.
Swear to God. I had like a fear of it.
Look at
You
see
know.
if there's a phobia of hummingbirds.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
No, people
You won't
be
even
like,
tattoo them. Like, I'm not putting that hummingbird on
No
you.
way.
yeah,
No way.
I want a spider riding a hummingbird.
yeah, I just hated it, and then and like the dentist, I used to hate that. Now I'm like, I could just
With teeth.
fucking eat a spider. I don't care, dude.
But not a hummingbird, huh?
Not a
No, maybe a hummingbird too.
Oh.
Like I could pet a hummingbird. It wouldn't go into my eyeball like I thought it would.
I love it, dude. What's
that's
your
random.
biggest
What's-
phobia?
what's with-
well,
what's with-
corn
All right,
and hummingbirds.
So hummingbird phobia. It is called column prephobia.
That's what we're naming this podcast.
Columbriphobia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Columbriphobia.
Everybody be like, we're gonna put one of these in your car and just see what happens,
What happened with
You
you,
just
and
roll the
what
window
happened
down
with you
and
and
it's gone.
hummingbirds? Like, were you out
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I just thought their little noses or like little syringes,
suck your blood out?
I don't
well,
think
it's-
there's anything that I'm really like randomly scared about?
Me.
Minus like sharks, but I think everyone's scared of sharks.
Well, and I'm pretty sure you could just take a hummingbird and just kind of be like,
Yeah, exactly.
you're done.
Yeah, do that. They're great white and you're fucking missing arms.
Mine are like bees. I fucking hate like hornets and shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
But you're not scared of them. You just don't like them.
Oh no. No.
Daddy's over here fucking pissing his pants.
That's how I broke my buddy's skid steer, his tail light, because I backed up and I hit my trash that's out here in the other part of the yard, and they had a nest in the insulation that we threw out there, and they were all over the place, and I was just keep backing up, and I just ran into this metal bar and broke his tail light and everything. He was like, fuck it, and I just hopped out of the skid steer like, nope, don't care. Left, yeah. I don't know what it is. Like, if they sting me, not a big, like, if I don't know about they're on me and they stung me, like the one time in the podcast, I'll be like, oh, whatever. But I'm up on a roof or something and they're right there. Like,
yeah.
nah, I'm not going over there. Fuck you.
Yeah, like a
roof.
big bald-faced hornet's nest.
It could just be one of them.
He's like Macaulay Culkin off of what's that movie? My boy. My girl.
Oh, yeah.
My girl.
My girl, yeah.
Talking.
Spoilers. Jeez, I haven't seen the end of that yet.
It's like 40 years old. Don't worry, you're not missing much, dude. The dude dies.
Macaulay, yeah, he doesn't even gasp. He's like, maybe you don't see him die. It's been a long time.
That's not the one where he's killing the animals, is he?
No, he's just
That's a
like
good son.
he's like
Good
the
son.
he's like the girl
That was
next.
creepy
He's like
fucking
the
movie,
boy
dude.
next door, and that girl wants to go be with some other dude, and then she realizes like, oh, you're my best friend. I want to be with you.
I'm not gonna fuck you because you're my best friend.
Yeah, then
we've all been
they're
there.
like 8, but sure.
Well, you know,
And
so
then-
young.
And then, yeah, that's true.
I mean, come on now.
I did with myself, but and then a bee stings him. And you find out he's allergic and dies. And like, oh fuck, EpiPens didn't exist. Sad
You
day.
really know how to bring down a podcast. Fuck me. Jesus.
Oh yeah,
So, anyways,
I didn't. MJ killed Macaulay Culkin, not me, or the Bee movie.
or he paid him. One of the two.
He probably dressed up like a bee. I bet.
Chased him around the fucking.
I haven't seen
Mansion?
that. I haven't seen that documentary yet. If you guys have seen it, the Michael Jackson one,
The one where the two guys come out and confess their love for him.
Ranch? No, it's like the I don't know what did he call his ranch?
Neverland Ranch.
Dude, I've seen them all. Like, it's one of them things.
It's where the
like,
kids that actually come and confess that they didn't confess. They don't have to
Macaulay
confess.
Culkin's still like, that never happened.
Yeah, he's fucking weird though. It's like, yeah, something happened, bro.
There's definitely
Well,
things dude, I swear to God, I was just talking about this last night or the other day. It sucks. I mean,
It
the
did.
whole thing sucks ass. You know?
Well, didn't I don't remember? Was it Chappelle?
He probably did some fucked up shit, I'm guessing.
I remember Chappelle stand up where he's like, I mean, if you're gonna get diddled, might as well be from the King of Pop. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna let that one down.
Yeah.
It's better than your fucking uncle who doesn't have any money. So it's like,
Yeah, you're like,
get
yeah,
it, son.
I just
Yeah.
think that he had some sort of mental disease or some sort of mental issue where he just didn't grow up.
Dude,
I don't think there was any. My personal opinion, I don't think that he ever DJ diddled anybody.
That's what I think.
I think he just really liked hanging out with kids because I think it was
Same
on
mentality.
the same mental
Right.
wavelength as him.
Well, I just heard that they fucking eunuched his ass when he was 8. Like I don't remember if they cut his nuts off or if they shot him up with something, but like to keep him so he wouldn't mature, they cut his testosterone.
Oh, to keep his voice high?
Yeah, to keep his voice high. I just heard that on something the other day.
No, I think he developed that voice when he started like painting himself white or doing this thing. Because like when he was like
No, I'm talking like the Jackson 5. Like when he was there, like they didn't want his voice to
Oh.
grow up, so they were fucking injecting him with
they didn't want him to
testosterone
sound like
blockers.
Tito.
Yeah.
Or whatever his brother's name. Slow down, Tito.
So who knows?
But I could be. But some people can control their falsetto though, right? And get that high.
Well, I mean, yeah, through years of fucking practice, not when you're 8 and it just
Well,
stays
when you're
the
8,
fucking
that's-
same. You know?
Usually, well, maybe you're right because when I've heard like when singers that are young and then they go through puberty, they lose their voice or whatever. So I could see that.
Yeah, no more Mickey Mouse Club for him.
When are you going to lose your voice?
Bucking up his hormones. Like they lose their singing voice. They go from sounding like this to sounding like this.
I asked Enzo this. Have you ever tattooed precarious spots on a person? Like I asked him, like, you ever tattooed like the tip of someone's dick with like a little bee or anything? You know, something crazy?
I mean, I'm not that.
Or
but
would you do it?
Did he do that?
No, I think he said he wouldn't do it.
I don't think he'd do it, dude.
He's like, I don't want to touch anybody's fucking parts.
Like, I'm not gonna touch it.
But I was like, what if they paid you like a couple thousand? He's like, well, that's different. It's like, okay.
Well, you know, like I've kind of done a lot. You know, like I've tattooed your armpit, your whole armpit, your inner lip, your fucking your ear, dude. You know, and there I was got pretty down there, you know, and it's like you do one on a 19-year-old girl, and then I remember we had these really good customers, and this lady wanted something else down there by the crotch. Not on it, but pretty fucking close. And she's like 60. I'm like, you know what? I can't be like tattooing her crotch and not tattoo this lady's crotch.
Yes, you can.
No, dude. I'm telling you what, like.
Consummate professional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't be like crotchist.
Can't judge, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't be a crotches.
You know, like, and they kind of both looked the same, you know? Their little gray hair.
Match the drapes?
Dude, the fucking, I'm like,
Hardwood, son.
This looks exactly the same as this other one, only there's a little swirl of gray hair.
Yeah.
So,
Well, good for her,
some
because I've definitely seen some
babes.
Venus flytraps.
no,
where I'm like, dude,
no,
what
I'm
is
not
that?
even telling you. I was
Varicose
like,
lips?
I was like, I can see why this guy likes this, you know?
Well,
What about
Get
it?
just kept it clean.
What about anybody famous?
The only, well, I guess,
Just figured you've done it as long as you have.
there was a football guy, boop, 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 William something. But anyway, I did some stuff on him. But the coolest one was this guy who was the original bass player for the Dead Milkmen. Like, you know, like Dead Kennedys, Dead Milkmen. They're pretty famous, right? And he's fucking badass. And I did like a Dead Kennedys logo on him and a Dead Milkmen logo on him. But he was, his name is Frankie Blood. And it was just rad. He actually had Parkinson's.
Oh, really?
So he was
That's
like,
why I slap at a bass.
dude, he
Hold
was,
still.
dude, it was, yeah, it was pretty neat because, you know, I'm like a punk rock guy. So to tattoo that guy was pretty neat. He
Right.
was like Hell's Kitchen, you know, CBGB's 70s, 80s punk rocker guy.
That's
like,
cool.
The real deal. And it was neat.
Was that here local, or was that in a convention?
No, that was just over here in Spokane.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, just randomly.
Wow.
It was neat. I have like the stencils and pictures of him with me, and it's just cool.
I know there's a guy around here.
You couldn't bring that in.
This fucking asshole. His
No,
name's-
seriously.
Fuck it.
Serious.
Well, I know at our shop too, Walden tattooed like Ryan Lewis and Macklemore, and we have like Macklemore stuff from the shop a little bit, you know.
It's kind of like our
That
show.
must have been when he was doing the music video downtown.
Well, I think
Downtown.
Ryan Lewis like used to go to like CV in Spokane. Like I've heard a lot of people know that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he comes in quite often, I guess. But I mean, I don't fucking.
They live here, not in Seattle.
I think he was originally from like here, like Moses Lake, and then
Yeah.
ventured over to Seattle
I don't know. Their
somewhere.
music took a
could be
real
wrong.
dive after the thrift shop, so I don't really care.
Well, I
Did
think,
really?
I
I
think
thought
I
that's
haven't
what
heard
put him on
shit
the
from
map. I haven't heard him.
but I think it's because he doesn't cuss in any of his fucking songs. He's out here like Will Smith. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wanna-
summertime.
Yeah, I want to hear like.
Oh, summertime.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that. Back when, dude, I just love that shit.
Dude, he had one good hit off that fucking CD, and then whatever happened. Like I was thinking about this because I was watching a J-Lo movie the other night with my wife. Yeah, and realized for one, she's still fucking banging. You know, 50, 51 now or whatever she is, hot as shit. She's probably like the epitome of like the full trinity when it comes to like model, actress, singer. You know what I mean? Like everything she touches is fucking gold. You don't see anybody else doing that.
He loves her.
I do.
Yeah,
That's great.
Her
I do.
and like Jennifer
And I'm
Aniston.
not even mad, dude.
I mean, how can you be? She's hot.
Respect your elders.
She's
I
out there
guess.
banging away with, you know, all the New York Yankees. So
Ben
good for
Affleck.
her. And now Affleck again. A pussy has to be fucking gold. That's one thing I'm thinking. Dude.
I'd
I mean,
date Ben Affleck. Yeah, why not?
right? You were Batman once. Yeah, I don't know. I was just
Come on, babe, do the Batman again.
We got a lot in common, like alcohol.
But I don't know. I was just thinking about that. I was like, what guy would be the epitome of a J-Lo? Like who's?
All of them. Because
But who? Like you don't see George Clooney out there making fucking cuts. You know, he ain't
He
singing.
doesn't have to.
Model, yeah. Good looking. You know, man of the year or whatever for Time Magazine. Sure.
They're
and
not in
then
the same.
actor,
Brad
but
Pitt, like Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt's not singing though. That's what I'm trying to
Why
say
he
here.
doesn't
Marky
have
Mark.
to? Like, why would he?
Yeah, Marky Mark's probably the closest, but I don't think he's like.
Have you ever heard
George
Brad Pitt
Clooney
sing,
status? Have I?
Yeah,
Yeah, when I
no.
was fucking J-Lo. He was back there, hit me some falsettos.
Could be Jared Leto.
Leonardo.
Yeah, close to.
Dude, I actually seen in concert Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Really?
I swear to God.
How long ago was that?
Dude, I was in,
Date yourself.
I think, 5th grade, 6th grade, maybe. It was tight, dude. Feel the vibrations. You know? I think it was at the convention.
Feel it.
Yeah. Dude,
Something.
I went to a Backstreet concert.
Gross.
Or no, NSYNC. And O-Town.
And you say I know how to kill a podcast.
I know.
Jeez.
I
What are you talking
don't.
about? Do you know how many hot women were at that
You
fucking
know,
thing?
I think it's
I mean,
got
come
to a
on.
point where those boy bands.
You're
I
like,
think it's okay.
You're like,
it's okay. If
and
you
your
like a couple
cousins.
songs.
Yeah, it was my sister's first concert. My mom asked me if I wanted to go. I was like, no. She's like, it's your sister's first concert. I'm like, okay, I'll go. And it wasn't bad for an NSYNC concert. I guess. I don't know.
I'll give you props for Instinct, I guess.
So,
Was it the Bye 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 album or was it?
I think it was the one before it. But I don't know. They came out with like glowing staffs and did this fucking martial arts bullshit. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And they started singing, but there was split tail everywhere. There were hotties.
That's who I
Galore.
forgot. Timberlake.
Yeah.
Timberlake is
JT.
J-Lo.
No, it's Ben Affleck's with J-Lo.
But the
Oh,
only
Timberlake
thing,
has like
his movies though. Like
Timberlake
he's
has
gotta
like
have
one
a fucking
octave
baller.
though. Like he,
And his best movie was probably Alpha Dog.
but
you know
his
what I mean?
voice is so annoying.
I'm trying to think of like the echelon of movies. Like, you know, J-Lo's been in 100 different movies and they've all been pretty fucking good. You know?
That's kind of
So, but I'll take it. It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate it.
I think
What's your best concert you've ever been to?
I was going to say I'm holding it back. I did also go to New Kids on the Block at Beasley in Pullman.
Okay.
Yeah. I was, that was before Marky Mark, so I was like 4th or 5th grade.
jeez.
Yeah, with my cousin and my parents. And I think my dad probably just went and like drank beer somewhere where it's like, fuck
I'll be
this.
over at the bar. I'm
And
going to
the-
drop you
the
off.
real
drop-
fans,
I'll
the
drop
real
you-
fans call it NKOTB. Okay.
Dude, I remember I got the T-shirt. It was like controversial. It was like it said NKOTB, and on the back it said "drugs suck." It was like I wore it to school, and they're like, "I don't know if you should wear that shirt." I'm like, "Well, drugs suck. It's cool, right?"
I remember we tried to all go through.
But it also says "suck" on it.
This
so
was
you
before
can't wear
Dare.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going through high school trying to find my old Dare shirts. You know,
Oh,
so wear those when we were
fucking Dare.
smoking weed. Like, put them on. I dare you to smoke that. Okay. You know, but I had the Dare
Drug
card in my
abuse
wallet for the
resistance
longest.
education.
There you go.
Dare.
You want a cookie?
Officer Geis. Whatever happened to him?
Just take a bite out of crime, huh?
Yeah, that was
Scruff McGruff.
Scruff
dude.
McGruff, dude.
Good old days, dude. Oh my god.
Dude,
Nostalgia.
The fucking Dare books are so funny too. It's like you just open them, like you're gonna be at a party. No, I won't.
Introvert.
Yeah,
Ain't going anywhere.
I'm a loser.
I don't get
Like,
invited to these
let's be at
parties.
home. You're gonna be
Cool
playing
parties.
WoW, drinking beer one night. Like, just say no. It sounds like a real good time though. I might,
Right.
may want to partake.
Dude, that's a nice Colt 45 sign. I'll tell you what.
I found that left here
wait, hold
by
up,
the
hold
previous owners.
Right there.
It plugs in too. Lights up.
Dude, I was watching like a live Barrett Jackson auction today. That's all I watch. It's an auctioneer, guys. You ever? It's like, right. But before they do all the cool cars, they do like
They're great downtown.
Petro signs and like old beer signs and like all these antique shit. And I mean, for hours, dude, I watched this. I'm telling you, just and they're like, it's like a ham sign, and they're like, oh, it's fucking. They're getting like $8,000. They had to. I couldn't even believe it. Like I'm like, maybe that's worth you know.
You're just
He's over here fucking rambling it off numbers. I'll give you 240 an hour for it.
Colt 45 light up sign in the garage.
Yeah, talking about an auction. It was right when I first started dating my wife. She's a teacher at one of the local high schools, and they did a booster auction. She's like, "Hey, do you want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll come." So I run into.
Then you went to the auction.
Yeah, right. And so I started getting some. I was throwing some drinks down. I started feeling a little bit of a buzz. Auctioneer comes on and talking to my wife, and I'm like, hey, I'll donate a little bit of money. It's not a big deal, I'm trying to impress my wife a little bit. And the auctioneer's going off, and I raise my hand, and my wife now, she looks at me, she goes, what did you just do? It's like, oh, it's fine. I'm just donating a little bit of money. The guy goes, all right, sold to this man for $2,500. And I was like, oh, God.
It's the fucking scary. Like, oh, I'll do it. Come on, raise your fucking hand. Raise your fucking hand. You're grabbing a guy, poke him in the side. He's like, oh, right there, I saw him.
It's just the amount of fear that just came down my face. Like, oh, my God.
Did you get anything good?
No, all I did is I donated money so, like, 3 kids could get Letterman's jackets.
Fuck them.
Yeah. I know.
Go to McDonald's.
Cool.
$20 an hour. You can pay for one in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, you can make your money back by taking that Colt 45 down to Barrett Jackson and get about $2,000 out of it.
Fuck, what's that?
I got one, give me 2, 3.
And Tim buys it again. Sold to Tim for $25.
He comes walking in with it. What the fuck?
Like, didn't you leave with that? He's like, yeah, but now I bought it. Okay, well,
I got a great deal on it, though.
Slide me that piece of paper you got over there, buddy.
All right.
Got something for it.
Oh, geez.
Actually got 2 of them.
2 of them?
Yep. Well, let's do this. Let's take a quick break.
Yeah. Take a break.
Sears Tower! Oh my God, it's so big! Yeah. Big and black!
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is for you.
Anyway, alright.
What?
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm starving. You ate all my meals on the plane. Turkey sandwiches? Yours. Peanuts? Yours. Extra coffee? Guess who sucked that fucking thing down? You.
That's weird because I didn't even have to ask the flight attendant.
No, she probably stuck it in your goal and you don't even know it's still there.
She just threw me food. Anyway.
I would too. You look like a wildebeest in a fucking zoo.
We're downtown Chicago, and I hear like their hot dogs are amazing. You want to try one?
Yeah, please. Just give me one.
All right, I got one.
Okay.
You want one? Here it is. Here.
Oh, well, hold on. Will you put something on there? What the fuck?
What do you want?
Give me some fucking ketchup.
What?
Ketchup?
You have ketchup? They don't have ketchup.
Okay, give me some fucking American ketchup. Okay, Heinz 57. I don't give a shit. It's red. It's in a bottle. People keep it in the fridge. The only fridge that the fucking goddamn Chicago's had is back in '85. Okay, grab that shit, put it on my dog, so I can stuff it down my mouth before you fucking eat it again.
That's weird. He poured it out of a football player that wore 85. That's weird. Anyway, hey,
What?
What's that? Is that a stadium? What stadium is that? It's got a bowl with someone's nuts on it.
Oh my God, God damn it. Every fucking stadium is shaped as a bowl. Are your fucking eyes bad? I mean, I'm sure that you probably got fucking sausages in your eyes too, AKA hot dogs, with probably no fucking ketchup because you wouldn't even put one on mine.
They must have won a lot. If he's out here, who is that guy?
Who?
The guy that's jumping over everybody.
Oh, the one they named the field after? Not Soldier, but some kind of Justin?
No, not the football field. He's holding a basketball.
Oh, that must be LeBron James.
No. Oh, was that LeBron?
You would know LeBron.
No, I know LeBron. He's cute.
I would say it was Kobe, but I don't see that thing burning up, so it's probably not him.
I think LeBron's way better than Kobe. Like, this guy invented dunking before dunking even knew. Like, doesn't he have shoes like Air LeBron?
Air LeBron's, yeah. I think that's it. I'd probably dunk that's new. What?
What's that field over there?
That field?
It looks like a football field. What's going on over there?
Oh, that's a soccer field.
Oh, so they don't have a football team?
Chicago? Yeah, maybe back in '85.
I didn't really want to admit that New Kids on the Block, but
Yeah, it happens.
shit just flies out,
Yeah, we'll cut that one.
Good game, less gangster, but it's all right.
Yeah, could you just say my first concert was anything cooler than that?
Metallica, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, my first concert was Elton John, so I mean, there's. And then it was like Korn.
You went to Corn?
I probably went to that one.
I just saw them a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. They were fantastic.
I was just talking about that with Wendy that I'd like to go see Corn.
Fantastic.
I
Way
didn't-
better than I thought they'd be.
I didn't go because I liked him. I went because the girl I was dating at the time liked him. So I bought tickets. It was like rock hard at the park.
Did anybody hear that new Limp Bizkit that came out last summer?
No.
Like the dad vibes?
Is it good?
It's fucking sick.
Is it?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Keep
okay.
dad
The
bod,
guitarist,
dad bod.
The guitarist has still got it.
And it's the whole, I think, original lineup.
It
They
is.
do really good.
It is.
Yeah.
Huh, I'll check that out. I didn't know Limp Bizkit was still kicking.
Yeah, it's like the Tribal's coming back, the Barbed Wire, the Limp Bizkit's coming back hard.
All the rednecks from the fucking early 2000s are just fucking
Next-
screaming right now.
Vanilla Ice is gonna come
Dude,
out.
I literally got like a whole new Tribal on my whole elbow just covering up old stuff. And it's a Tribal like
Is it
from
really?
the 90s. Yeah, and it's sick.
It's funny, like some of those people that would get tribal, like it would look really good, and then some of it was just like absolute dog shit.
What's a
It's
tribal
like,
like?
stop it.
Hawaiian
It's like,
shit or
no,
And if you don't go all the way around your arm, fuck off.
Well, no, it's like Hawaiian stuff too, but it's like the real American Tribal is
Celtic fucking.
no, like Dusk Till Dawn, he's got like the tattoo and it comes up his neck here and it goes down his arm. Or like Bill Goldberg if he had a whole sleeve.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
It's like swirly, pointy stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I mean,
It's Bansky. Bansky
like-
tattoos.
or like the whole, or I remember seeing the bass player, guitar player from Slayer had a whole sleeve of it. And I was like, oh my God, that's cool.
Right.
I think Randy Orton has one, like what you're talking about, like the all the way up and down.
I don't know. I don't
Yes,
watch
you do.
fake wrestling.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so
Yes, you do.
you can stick to all your bullshit you want.
He's in movies now too.
See, I have a lot of wrestling stuff like the old,
RKO out of nowhere.
like the golden era 80s Ultimate Warrior. and
Love
stuff
it.
like that.
Right.
I love it too.
Dude, WrestleMania's on Peacock, and I like this new thing coming out. I was
Nice.
Like, January 26th, WrestleMania. Let's go. The Rock's back.
See, I don't care about
Fucking
any of that.
spokesman over here. The Rock. God damn.
See, I have stuff like in my station with that, and people are like, "You must really like wrestling," and I'm like, "Well, I used to really like wrestling. This is all the stuff that I used to have.
circa
I
like,
like that.
early 98, 99, when you used to get WrestleManias with your friends and shit, and moms would buy the pizzas, and you just watch people get fucked up. Yeah, it's because there was nothing else going on.
It was
But
it's the best.
The world has evolved, people.
No,
There's
it's the
way
best-
too much shit
no,
going on now
no.
to sit down and watch
It's so-
sweaty ass men do fake
It's
fucking
so
fights.
crazy
okay?
how like
I'd rather watch non-sweaty
Okay,
men do
so-
actual real fights.
it's so crazy.
It wasn't fake back then. Man.
Oh God,
It's
here
so
we go.
crazy. It's not technically.
In 2000, they changed. It used to be real.
It's
No, I'm not even saying that it wasn't fake to me back then.
no. That's so.
was
Give me
real
that
to
ketchup
me.
packet. Oh, he's bleeding. He's bleeding.
No, they would.
He hit him
so
for real. Where's the chair?
so I've
Ladder
watched
match.
a lot of like wrestling documentaries. I watched the.
Of course you have. Did you watch something good?
And I watched the Giant one, which is a good one. But no, they would literally cut themselves. They would get a little razor.
I know
from the
they
ref,
would.
cut themselves. But the thing is, it's so fascinating how like you go into
Dumbasses
it,
believe it?
and like it's fake. It's just a story that they're doing, but you get so involved and you really hate these people and you really root for the other guy.
Oh yeah.
And it's fake because it's a story and it's all laid out and they practice it, but it's still real. And what they were saying, like with Cold Stone and The Rock, and what made The Rock really
Cold
famous.
Stone Creamery or Stone Cold.
Stone Cold,
Steve
sorry.
Austin.
Get your ice cream right, bro.
There we go. He's,
Dude, it'd be
whichever one.
so rad if Stone Cold went into a Cold Stone. It was like, give me some.
The paradox
Give me the
of shift,
rattlesnake,
dude.
bro.
It'd be bad.
But no, they
Worlds
would say
would
like
unite.
the better
me a rock and roll now.
to become a really good wrestler and get the top spots is you had to be
It's acting
willing,
like this is like a Shakespeare
you
play.
had to be willing
They're
to
artists.
sacrifice your body and like jump and take hits and
Did you
do
see
shit.
that? There's a new one. I think it's on Hulu or something. But it's a Ric Flair documentary. And
I do want to watch that. It's on Paramount. Or-
Fuck you, you ain't
Peacock
watching
or
it. You
one of
don't
the
like
two.
wrestling.
It's tight.
Yeah, but everyone likes the Nature Boy.
I think it is on Peacock, and it's very.
I haven't
interesting.
watched it yet.
It's
but
good.
It's Ric Flair, dude. I mean,
Yeah, so like all those chair shots, all the throwing off on the mat,
Million
that's
dollar
all
man,
real.
are you?
Just you have to be able to take bumps, is I guess what they call it
what, Coke?
in the wrestling.
They did a lot of that. I'm pretty
Taking
sure.
bumps?
I'm pretty sure they
Oh,
did that too.
fuck
You
yeah,
ever
they
seen
did.
the Dark Side of the Ring on Vice?
No, sounds familiar though.
You should watch those if you like that stuff because it's all It's good. It's good stuff.
All
Interesting.
taking different bumps. That's just weird how like
So we'll come back to
With
this.
wrestling.
We'll come back to this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
We got something for you. It's a game we like to play here.
Sure.
Joe, it's a game. Okay, I'll just explain it. It's a game called Finish My Animal.
we have an explanation.
We do. But it's more of the video. We don't have
play
the
it.
video here. You'll get the sound. So we're going to give you a drawing, and you have to finish the animal.
Nice.
And
could-
it can be whatever you want.
All right.
You can
And
look
then-
through there for reference if you need help.
But if you want to play the sound bite,
Just
It's a cute little bird or moose or bear. What is it? Finish my animal.
what do you need to go off of this one?
Yeah, I tried drawing a snake, but
Joe's trying to give you fucking something.
yeah,
So what's been new with you two?
jujitsu, wrapping this motherfucker up like it's like I work at a fucking.
Exactly.
Tortilla shop
His
or
puns don't even count as bad as his
fucking-
fucking jiu-jitsu
I'm gonna put a resume in for Fuki.
do. new sous chef. over
They'll be
here.
like, so you roll twice a week? Yeah, I roll motherfuckers up.
Roll blunts. So, yeah, we Joe and I started going to jiu-jitsu.
It's easier than I thought it was.
This guy is just. I'm waiting for the people to actually go to class to listen to these things, and then when they do, he's gonna die.
I'm so good that a brown belt came over and wanted to roll with me. That's how good I am.
You know when the teacher has to come over and help you with homework because you just can't get it right, and even though she's giving you the lessons, and you're like, "Teacher, I still don't understand." That's what happened.
See, the brown belt came over because he was like, "Oh yes, I get to practice all the shit I can't get on anyone else."
Right? Yeah. But no, it's been doing that.
Pretty much all we've been doing.
Yeah. So
All I've been doing.
getting that going, fucking working on the podcast, getting people out here, get people like EJ out here, and lining up our guest lists. Yeah, next 3 to 4 weeks we should be good. Yes, we'll talk to you about off air, but looks like we're hitting it hard. Have some good ones too.
Perfect.
So you're not EJ's. Well, you should be enjoying yourself.
Good times.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I like listening to you guys too because it reminds me of
The
Just talk.
bullshit rednecks. People who make fun of themselves more than anybody else. And that's pretty much what this podcast is.
Pass it around or do I have to keep going?
No, you.
Oh, when you're
When
done,
you're done, I got a camera. I can put it on you.
You just sign it and we'll sell it for $2,000 at the auction. And
So I ended up. I bought a 77-inch LG OLED.
Okay.
I hang that bitch up.
it,
Dude.
it fell.
No, I got a little gone and decided to put in a little planet Earth. And I swear, man, I sat there for like 3 hours just.
Dude. It'll get you. Nothing better than fucking Animal Planet.
Oh yeah.
They didn't make a new one. I haven't seen any new ones lately.
Hey, once this thing gets going, we have to pick a Finish My Animal to get tattooed on us.
Okay. Here's the thing: is you and I have to draw names for the artist. Enzo or EJ?
I'm fine with that.
Who do you trust more?
I don't know yet.
I'll get something for episode 100.
You want to do a Finish My Animal? We could label them all and just put a number in a hat and pull a hat and see
Oh,
what fucking which one we get.
I want it on the bottom of my foot.
Good luck with that. First tattoo, bottom of his foot.
No, I think you got to pull a location out of a hat. And, and then you got to pull which one it is.
All right.
All right, so hold that bitch up in the camera. Let's see what we got.
Let me see what we got here.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Wowzers.
Okay.
It's like
Enzo might have some competition.
I like that. I like that.
I don't know.
It's a
Let me see that one more time.
That's a back piece right there.
dick tiger.
It's a tiger that ate a cat. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like a unicorn.
Yeah, like a unicorn.
Unicat.
But you see he's uncircumcised. So
Perfect. It's the one Joe's getting.
We're gonna need a. Yeah, no.
You feel free to you put that in your slides so people, if they want to get it.
yeah. It's Flash Friday, dude. I'm dropping the
There you go. That's the Flash one you got to put up there, dude.
yeah.
It's tight.
Yeah, I got a second one I want you to do too.
I like how the face is all twisted and the penis is coming out of his own nose.
It
Whoa, there's
fits
no
the
penis.
podcast.
That was my anaconda or snake.
Yeah, you don't do it now, but when we finish, I got another one for you.
I was trying to draw a cobra. This. Nah, that's badass. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Keeping that one for sure.
Going back to your fake wrestling. How many do you think you made your guys' parents buy any of the WrestleManias? when you were
No, I
younger?
never saw pay-per-views.
I don't.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah, you tried.
So I had to the wrestling would come out on like that Sunday morning and it would have all the excerpts. So I'd see that.
Yep.
But I don't think we even had the means to even get a pay-per-view of it. Like you needed satellite or something.
Right.
Like I don't know. Like nobody even knew how to even go about it because it was
Yeah, there was like no
1985.
Fucking freeloaders over here just taking all the good shit
there
the
was
next
no
day.
there was no direct TV and shit back then where you could just go to the channel.
Oh
and
yeah,
buy it.
it was like I wish I would, and they probably would have because I was a spoiled
Like
little bitch.
I've learned a lot with when we would watch pay-per-view fights that it's a shit show. Like it's either one, there's not enough bandwidth, like the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight. We tried to watch.
Yeah, you fucked that one up.
No, he bought it on the Xbox, but everyone was trying to load in on the Xbox at the same time. We had to go watch it.
You
on.
didn't have the app, so we had to go over to fucking one of my
No.
random friends' house. Like, hey, dude, like we're trying to watch
That-
this fight. Can we
yeah,
come over?
there's 20
so,
people.
like, we brought like 10 people
20
over to his
people that
fucking
showed up.
house. A guy I used to work
It
with. just to
wasn't
watch
that.
the
It was because it wouldn't load because Xbox tried to support it. Like Taylor Swift and Ticketmaster got called out. Like you can't support that bandwidth, bro. You can't. Like this is the #1 fight of the century, and Xbox is like, oh yeah, you guys can stream it. There's no fucking way when everybody's trying to log
It was
in.
something else too. It was like you had to log into that and then log into
No,
another
it was
fucking
just
app.
it was the fact that it just
No.
wouldn't load because it was working during the pre-fights and then it just like bandwidth like it just cut out.
And what was that shit you got? Rough and Rowdy.
Rough and Rowdy was another one.
We ordered this $5 fucking pay-per-view or whatever it was.
Barstool Sports has a Rough and Rowdy where
there you go.
they put like brothers or dad versus son or sisters versus each other or roommates or who's ever pissing you off, and they don't have any experience at all, and the announcers are all comedians, and they just try to like talk shit. Like Snoop Dogg was on it, Bill Burr was on it, and they just talk shit as you're fighting. Some of them were pretty brutal though.
Dude, when I was little, my parents would take me to because I was the only child, spoiled, owns restaurants and shit.
Yeah,
and
get the fuck out of here.
it was awesome. it was pretty awesome. So we'd go to like the Spokane Coliseum, and I'd see like Hulk Hogan. I saw Ultimate Warrior versus The Undertaker.
Spokane Coliseum.
Yeah,
Are they
Roman times out here?
Are they bigger in real life?
it was so fucking rad. Like Bushwhackers and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Macho King Randy Savage. And then my parents would buy me like the belts and shit. Like I'm sure that it wasn't cheap. I had the magazine subscription. I was like the fan club. It was stupid.
You're balls deep in this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
the NWO shirts.
Everybody wanted.
I have an NWO
if
shirt.
everybody had like Ninja Turtles, I was like all in on the wrestling. I had like 3 Ninja Turtles.
Didn't they have a cartoon too back then?
Oh
Like
yeah.
WWE.
No, it was like junk. It was older than that. It was like Junkyard Dog and Sergeant Slaughter and,
Yeah, and-
stuff like that.
Macho Man and Hulk Hogan was like the leader.
So sick,
shit.
dude.
I'll have to show you my Hogan costume.
Nice.
I didn't fucking show you yet. It was great. Halloween costume. I grew up my beard when it was Hollywood Hogan. So then I bleached my fucking mustache and shit. Then dyed this all black. It was solid.
Did you cut your hair?
No.
Okay.
No, it's still going.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's fucking gross.
Nobody
All right.
wants to roll with
All right,
him.
we got to see that.
You got to pay for my fucking
No, we gotta- we
OnlyFans to
gotta
see
it.
that
We
shit.
got to see it. Come on.
Nah, dude, I got to make money off this fucking goat piece.
Who are you in a bet with, by the way, on this?
John Hopper.
What does he have to grow out?
His hair.
Is he bald too?
Oh my lord!
This.
Oh,
Fuck, it looks good.
So people that don't know is I've been bicking my head for 12 plus years, and I'm in a bet right now to grow my hair out for 6 months.
It doesn't look too bad except for
And,
that.
Dick Island and monkey ass back here. But yeah, this is what your boy has right now.
Well, have you seen
me
John
up,
Cena's
1-800.
hair? Oh my God.
Cena,
Yeah.
when he grows it out,
Looks just like yours.
mine's way better, dude.
Dude, he's got nothing in the back.
Neither do I, baby. High and tight.
It looks weird except for the middle. It looks like a fucking swamp.
It's so thin up there, baby. I mean,
I still have
it's
pretty
like
good
pita
hair.
bread.
Yeah, I recently shaved the sides of my head.
Okay.
And I'm liberated, dude. I love it. I'm like all this bulk because I've cut my hair like twice in the last 3 years or something, you know. And yeah, shaving the sides is rad. And they cut it first, and then it grew out. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this myself. Beard trimmer, and I was like, oh no, and then cleaned it up.
You thought you
dude,
fucked
You going for that mullet look?
yeah, kind of.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
People with fucking hair out here.
Is that how it's going on right now? So you got the
Shave
and
sides.
mullet?
Well, it's not short on top; it's just long all the way through. But I didn't want a drastic change, but I need to get some of this bulk off of here. You know?
Right. Well, fuck, I mean, it's wintertime right now. I should be keeping that bulk.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? It's
Keep
a
it if
little
you
warm.
can. I mean, I used to have wonderful hair.
See, that's the thing.
I used to enjoy going to the barber. Just flip it out.
This fucker used to get the Hitler all the time.
There it is.
See, I'll go to like events that are like all people I went to high school with, and I'm 300 pounds, and they might be buff and skinny, but they have no hair. I'm like, well, at least I got the hair, you know.
You're not wrong, dude.
I'm like bald, hair. Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Yep. Still.
You're speaking to me.
Yeah, no shit. There's a lot of men in this room.
It's like
Me not being one of them.
I lost my hair once I started having kids. Like they touch all my shit. Like, there goes my PlayStation.
Well,
There
mine's
goes
like almost white, dude. It's
Doesn't
pretty
matter.
fucking
Still looks
gray.
good though. I
Yeah.
mean, see, I'd rather have fucking hair, but not on my cards.
Have
I
you-
guess.
I guess you probably have tattooed, like you said, everywhere. Have you tattooed someone's head, like
Oh,
on
yeah.
the top?
Oh yeah,
They just come in, bick it, and
just do whatever. Yeah.
barbed wire
It
up there.
just sounds like a headache to me.
Oh yeah, that's
Pun
the one-
intended.
that's the one thing I might not do. Like I got them all over the place, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe if I get.
It takes a certain person
Have
to pull
you,
off a
have
fucking
you done
face tattoo.
tattoos?
Oh yeah, I might
What
go
do people get on the face? Like
lettering.
a better
and-
face?
Yeah, I haven't done anything major. It's just like kind of gangsterous stuff, you know.
Yeah, I think it takes a certain person to be able to pull off a fucking face tattoo. Like Enzo's face tattoos, I don't even notice them. Yeah, it fits him.
Yep.
If I got a face tattoo, especially with no hair, it would be a shining. It looked like Rudolph's fucking nose, dude. It'd just be right here.
Mine's
One
gonna
single
be
teardrop, I think it'd be great.
mine's
Yeah,
gonna
who'd you
be
kill?
real simple.
My
like,
seed when I spit it into a sock.
I'll come in. I'm gonna get a tattoo like of tally marks for everybody I wrap up.
And he'll have
tat.
none.
Yeah.
That's
So-
why he's doing it, because he'll never have it on a tattoo on his face.
People ask me like, why do you have 15 tally marks? What's
Dude,
that
I'm
about?
tattooing this guy right now who's a UFC guy and kills it. He's the Iceman, dude, and he just I've been
Not like the Iceman, Chuck.
Is his name Travis?
no, I forget his
That'd
name,
be
but
badass if it was.
he rips it, dude. I'm started following him like, and I see my tattoos like punching people in the face and stuff. It's pretty cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
Make a gif out of that. Come see me, EJ.
Boom. You may not want to tattoo me just yet, then, unless you want to see your tattoos get wrapped up.
See, I'd pull off a head tattoo if I had hair. If I could like grow my hair out,
Yikes.
you know?
No, I think that once you get the other sleeve done, then do your
No,
head.
no, there'll be nothing above my neck.
I don't
I'll
understand.
come
like,
up on my neck a little
why-
bit,
why
but
people-
I'm not gonna fucking. It won't be this high.
I
I
got
can't
one-
do it.
I
Certain
just
people
got-
can do it, dude.
I don't
You have to have hair.
I have just a short neck, so I just have a little tattoo there. Yeah, so I'm gonna get another little tattoo over here though.
Like Beckham, sexy as fuck. You can get away with a fucking prominent neck tattoo.
What about little Justin Bieber's like Asian tattoo down
No.
the side?
Oh, does he?
How do you know that Bieber has an Asian tattoo down the side?
It's his favorite singer.
It's yeah, it's like something like it's like a sideburn, but he did it with the tattoo.
He's really talented.
I think it's-
okay.
I want to
a
say
great
it's, I want to say it's like some Asian sign language or some
funny.
sign language symbols or whatever. Yeah, he has some like tattoo down.
Well, I didn't
I thought
know
it was
that.
cool. I thought it was like that's badass. Nobody ever did that before.
Yeah, I have friends that have like their whole side of their face that like fades in, but it's so perfect, and you're right. You don't notice it, and it just fits them, you know?
Some people can pull it off.
I didn't know
I'm
Enzo
just not
had
one of
face
those people.
tattoos. Like, it's
Really?
Probably because it just fits him, and I just
Yeah,
never saw it.
I mean, he just.
I don't have one.
Right. You think you would pull one though?
I am going through a midlife crisis right now, so
Well, don't do anything drastic.
Maybe like 3 little stars on the side. Hey, do that.
I don't know what I'd get.
Yeah, start small with that midlife crisis. You know, get like a Miata first. Okay.
Dude, I've sat in one, and it's rough. It's rough to sit in that thing. I'm like, this is cool. I mean, they're awesome cars, but it's hard for me to sit in one.
I had a buddy that was like, 350, 400 pounds. He had a freaking, he had a convertible Cooper. I'm like, oh man, like you just look like he gets into it. You just see the suspension do this.
I know a guy who was like 6'7", like 240, and he had a, whatever you just said. What can I say?
Cooper.
Thank you. And he loved it. He's like, dude, when I put the seat all the way back, he's like, it's the only car that fits me. I was like, no shit. He goes, yeah. And he was a big boy. He's like, an inch taller than MJ, but ripped. I guess the best way to put it. But he got in that fucking car and owned it. It's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, the CRX, it was pretty sick.
Did
Like-
you?
Yeah, I loved it.
It's like short guys in big
Hondas.
trucks. Just the opposite.
It's true.
See, yeah, I just got a truck
Aaron,
last
how's
year,
that?
and I'm like,
How was that, Aaron?
climbing in the thing
bad.
like a goon. My pants come up to here when I step my leg up. Like, I need some of those side rails on the Tundra because
You got steps that pop out for you?
yeah, I need them.
It's sad, dude. Like, I mean, I don't have any steps on my truck. I don't want to put them on there, but
You got the arm bar you got to grab up?
I gotta lift myself up in there.
You should see my 79-year-old dad try to get into it.
Got a Hoyer lift.
Yeah.
So for a short amount of time, I sold vehicles, and there was this lifted truck, and I'm in these like tight, nice
Pleated pants?
Yeah, some pants. And
Ripped your asshole?
I got to go step up in it, and I'm not kidding. I ripped my pants from seam all the way up to my crotch, seam all the way down. It was just flapping in the wind, and I'm like, oh dear God, what the hell am I gonna do? I walk into my boss, and I'm like, trying to cover my stuff. Like, I got to go home and change.
Too bad you weren't with a customer, because when that would have happened, you look over and like, please buy this car because I have to get new pants and I have no money.
Yeah, what can I tell you to get you to buy this car today?
All the pleats are gone.
I can't even afford good pants. Bye.
They're like, just let him wear Carhartts when he's selling cars, okay?
No shade, looks like a farmer out there. That's the guy you want to talk to. He knows everything about trucks. What do you do with your spare time, EJ?
Just drink beer and hang out with my friends. I have a pretty good core group of friends that we just do this, basically.
The same bullshit?
Yeah, maybe listen to records.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just listen to music, bullshit. Other than that, nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Just tattoos and bullshit.
tattoo, bullshit, drink beer.
Okay.
That's been my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I'll go out and camping and stuff and
Right.
in the woods and do the whole thing that we do here. But I don't really like hunt or fish. I feel like fishing's coming up. I'm 41. I could.
it's about that time.
It's about that time that I'm gonna get a fishing pole. I have fishing poles and they're ready to go. I got the truck. I could go do it anytime.
Well, let me tell you, the only thing you're going to catch fishing is a buzz. So, I mean, just so you know,
Yeah.
fucking fishing. I hate fishing. It's just not, again, it's a buzz. That's all you catch. I don't care.
Well-
I mean, I'm not good at it. I don't know why. You put a fucking rod with a string in the water, get something to bite, then what? Cook it, throw it back? You're not going to eat anything out of these
I'm
fucking
gonna
rivers.
start this year. I'm gonna start getting into fly fishing.
Dude,
Going out in the river and just
that
that
would
just
be
sounds like
fun.
a blast.
yeah, I'm telling you, those guys that do that their whole lives are just like fish whisperers, dude. I'm like, wow, I don't even see how you could do that, dude. Killer.
Yeah, I mean, again, it just falls under fishing for me. I'd rather play duck hunter or some shit, you know?
I'd rather just watch somebody do it that's good.
Yeah, there you go. Crawl up your
Tie
fucking
your own
meals.
flies. Just get out there.
MJ's dad did that for a long time. He'd always be downstairs tying his own flies and shit.
It's a process.
I mean, if you could sell them, why not?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
No, I'm in I have some friends with kids and I have some friends without kids. So, it's hard to find the ones without the kids.
Right.
So that we kind of glom onto each other. I've been hanging out with the same people just like you guys for like 25, 30 years. every weekend still.
Hey, Aaron, smell this drink.
Smells like a Rufinol.
Just smell it.
It's the Huckleberry.
Yeah, just smell it.
I already had one.
Something smells wrong with that thing.
You sure it's not your lip?
Hold on.
Maybe it's just me, but man, that thing just smells disgusting.
Smell the salsa.
Smell this dick. Anything smelling wrong with this dick?
Hey, smell this.
No? Okay.
I can be the light Huckleberry. Yeah, well, that's kind of where, like, when Joe and I started this whole thing, this adventure of podcasting and trying to get our names out there and shit, it was just vaguely that. It was, dude, we all have fucking crazy ass stories. We all can talk a lot of shit. And it started with a cell phone, kind of like what you were talking about, like some of the ones that you were listening to.
Yep.
And that's what it was. There's a cell phone between him and I. And then slowly that turned into our first mixer and 2 mics. And then that turned into realizing the audio was garbage and buying different things for that mixer to clear up the audio, editing, figuring out how to edit better and getting like higher sound quality, which then turned into the new mixer and the cameras and the switcher board.
Oh, I mean, this is good. I mean, this is great stuff.
And then we stopped porn and we did a podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
pretty much.
Nobody's watching this.
Yeah, it's because it's just you and I in it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we don't need to see this shit.
The real Star Wars.
Some of them are pretty fire though. They're pretty funny, dude.
The podcast?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing is like we never know what we're gonna get into, and that's what kind of makes it fun. I know Tim, like, he likes to have a little bit more set schedule and like, all right, what are we doing? What are we talking about? I'm like, we'll fucking find out, man. Like, you know, here's a quick synopsis, but besides that, let's go. You know, have at it. Talk about anything on this fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I started watching these fucking ghost hunter things lately. I don't know why. I'm just bored. I've seen everything on YouTube. And I was watching these kids go around like checking out scary stories or scary buildings, things that have been haunted, so on and so forth. Just them and their friends. And then just getting scared shitless. It's fucking great. I think we should do something like that.
That's like that goes
Do a
back to the whole
podcast.
wrestling thing. Like, you know it's fake,
That's what I was just
but it's like your mind can really hype yourself up. To
Says the
some
guy
shit.
who won't play with the Ouija board with me.
Oh, I don't fuck with Ouija boards.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Backpedal real quick.
See, I used to be just staunch, like, no ghosts. They don't exist.
Dude, that's why I should
I'm a little more open-minded these days with the
Have you had
outer
any
realm.
like encounters or any scary shit?
You know
happen?
what? I have very smart friends who don't. They're not a bunch of bullshitters, and I've had them say they've seen ghosts. The only thing that I've ever seen was a shadow person several nights in a row.
Could have been a rapist.
But you get the chills and stuff, you know, and you're like,
Definitely a
well,
rapist.
you know.
feel it. My butt hurts.
No, it's like you're outside on the back porch smoking, and you're like, oh God, like.
Is it like
Right.
I think I was talking about this on the podcast where I was seeing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it where you see it out of the corner of your eye? Like, I didn't know this, but apparently 90% of your vision is periph, and then the other 10% is forward.
Yeah, and I called you a fucking hammerhead. I
Like,
said, no,
you-
it's not.
You see, like this way, like so. I would see like these random, like what you're saying, like these dark figures, like just pop up and go away.
Yeah,
Give it a
that's how
Coolio.
this one was. But I haven't seen one since. That was downtown Coeur d'Alene. It was an old house, and it was the next door neighbor's house. It was only on their house, dude.
You just kept seeing something over there?
Yeah, for quite a while, and every time it give me the old chills, and that's when I said, maybe it is.
You didn't go over and investigate?
No.
I had
Get his Geiger counter out.
Exactly.
I had a buddy that well, you know, the buddies, the same my buddy Nick, that they grew up in Tennessee, and they bought an old house, colonial house back in the day, back during the Civil War times, and so they were living in this house, and they remember like telling, like they would hear, like they had a piano that came with the house. They would hear the piano randomly play at night, and then they would hear like battle cries and shit randomly just out in the like they would just hear it out in their yard
Native
like
American battle cries.
no Civil War.
Oh,
Civil War battle cries. And like they would come down, like all their cabinets and shit would be like
I
ripped
will
open and
cut
stuff.
you. Show me your colors.
They're English. It was like Civil War. It was us versus us.
I know.
Bro. What the fuck?
The Minutemen come. Proper English, dude.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we were slanging by then.
I will drink the street water.
It's been almost 100 years. We were slanging English by then.
No, they were still talking
It
proper
wasn't
British.
4 and 80 years ago. It was like, look, bitches. It's
100
been
years
a long
ago.
time.
100 years ago, would have been World War One, bro. 2.
No, when the Gettysburg came out, like
Yeah, you said 100 years.
I said 4 score and 80. No,
Oh
I
boy.
don't know what it was. But anyway, like no, he would just like they would just hear all this random Civil War shit, like all the time. And it turns out like their house was around the Civil War battlefield with all the people that like died there and stuff. So
There might be a ghost or two out there.
it could be like I don't know. I would explain it as like if people say like there's multiple universes and they're all interacting with each other all at once, and you have a significant event that is like something like murder or a
Ripple
war,
in the timeline.
that maybe that event opens up something to said other reality that's in that reality at the same time, and you're not really seeing ghosts, you're just seeing another universe because like the vortex has been
We're
opened
talking
up.
string theory out here.
So that's what I would say it is, if it is anything. Like it's energy. When you die, especially horrifically, that's a lot of energy you're giving off, and it could open up something that lets something else in. That
Yeah, I'm a lot more open-minded.
I don't believe
used
in
to be.
Annabelle with like
I used to just think that was all bullshit.
watched Stranger Things, buddy.
None of that ever happens. But I feel like maybe there is an energy out there, and when I never did before, I was like, "Oh, you just died," you know. But yeah,
You fuck around with any like aliens or
no, not really. Actually, I kind of despise how they go out into space now. It's like we have a telescope.
just go home, ET.
Yeah, it's like we have a telescope that sees like millions of years in the future and past and shit. And like, what are we gonna go out and do? You know, ride a 4-wheeler around on Mars? Like fucking, you could see the fucking black hole now with that telescope thing.
Right.
You know, like
right.
Doesn't mean they give you all the images though.
I'm just saying, why do we need to go? What are we gonna do? You could already see it.
It's a fucking being human. You got to colonize, baby. We got to keep fucking and making more of us on other planets.
Sure, but when they do that, go do it. Well, what does Bezos and stuff? They're barely out of the Earth's orbit. They're like, we're in space. we're just space explorers here.
I'll
Like, get out of here with that shit.
there's a book that I heard on a podcast, which
Go
is
look
funny,
through the telescope.
by a
I'm gonna sit
comedian,
right
but
here.
he
Get out of here.
recommended it, and I'll recommend it to you guys, especially if you're into this. Is Sophie's World is what it's called. Maybe you've already might have read it or heard about it, but it's about this girl that gets random messages in her mailbox daily. She doesn't know who's
Sliding in those DMs, son.
who's sending them, but it's like it goes through questions. Is like, and one of them was it asked Sophie, like, do you know what happens when you die? And Sophie's like, I don't know. She's like a 12, 14-year-old girl. She's like, I don't really know. But like the book breaks it all down, like from all the way back to like Socrates and how Socrates got what he got.
Played
like,
American football. They got rid of soccer.
They axed him, right? Because he had all this weird ideas and shit. But he derived the term atom. He believed that you were built of these things called atoms that are indestructible. So that's what atom means in Latin or whatever it is.
Smart.
Black Adam.
You're smart.
And
He regurgitates a lot of bullshit. So
that's what Rogan says too. I'm not smart. I just remember a lot of dumb shit. But no, that's where the phrase atom comes from. And Socrates was saying like, when you put all these atoms together, it becomes destructible. Like it becomes like there's a lot of us that it takes a lot of atoms to make a human. So we easily can deteriorate, but you can't go anything past an atom. And so he was saying like it was basically where the idea of reincarnation came from.
and the idea of a hydrogen bomb too.
You would just go into like the soil and reincarnate into something else. So like if you got ate by a shark, you won't remember being a human, but that DNA, your DNA is now part of the shark's DNA. which can come out now. You're a little shark.
You just
I don't know, dude. I ate a
We're
lot
like-
of meat and I shit it out, and I guarantee
If
that cow does not remember being inside my stomach.
Said human eats said shark. That's how like the movie Prometheus starts with the alien dying and the DNA going in the river and a fish eats it.
Yeah, on an alien fucking planet.
So if an alien were, so basically what I was saying, like if
If a fish
an
ate
alien,
your toe, okay, it's not gonna fucking grow a toe.
if an alien came down here and had a
it'll
string,
shit out your toe.
Exactly,
It'll be
and
into
you
the-
will know nonetheless.
but it was like if an alien came down here, got ate by its DNA, got incorporated into a fish, which got incorporated into a mammal, smarter creatures.
Again, alien DNA.
Then it'll
It
evolve.
doesn't work with our DNA.
That was the idea of Prometheus, and that's like we came from in that movie.
We came from fish. Got it.
We came from we
Fish
came from
people.
aliens.
I see the fish stickers on the back of everyone's cars, the Jesus ones. It all makes sense now.
Well, no, it's just that we came from a species not from here, but deteriorated.
Well, that's part of the thing too. Is they think that like human evolution may have been pushed quicker in a direction, possibly through alien life forms.
No, it was done by fungus.
Danger, Will
It
Robinson.
depends. It depends on how you look at it.
Dude, I
Because
have
fungus
these,
was
like,
still there
I have these
after the Big Bang,
uh,
but 10,000 years ago, they say that we may have 11,000 may have interacted with another species that then gave us. You know, you look at like the 100 million years prior of when you had that Nordic races. So we're looking like Neanderthals and shit, and then how we got pushed past that. It's just one of the ideas. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not a fucking alien, or I am, and I just not dumb.
You guys been
So either way.
Sleeper agent.
Sleep. Yep.
you guys
Sleeper
been
cell.
you guys been watching the Last of Us series
Yes,
on HBO?
it's been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah.
Have you played the game?
No.
Highly recommend
There's
it.
like
if you
oh
watch
yeah,
the show,
because
but-
it's a video game. Yeah.
It started as a
Yeah, I
video
heard
game,
that.
but like that's the concept where the fungus evolved, took over cordyceps.
Cordyceps. Yeah.
Fungus evolved, took over the brain.
Isn't
humans.
cordyceps just a? It's not even a lethal fungus.
No, they're out here all the time.
yeah.
The
That's why I was like,
funny thing is
cordyceps.
like
This is not-
the funny thing is like I just got into this last year growing my own fungus.
Yeah, he's gonna be
and-
the reason
and
why The
eating
Last
it.
of Us happens. He's over here fucking a fun guy.
So
It's
I've
called
grown.
From
Did you say
Munda.
he was a fun guy? No, he's fucking a fun guy.
So I've grown.
Who's
I've-
this fun guy?
I've grown lion's mane, and it's fucking delicious. And right now, so in March, I found out like, okay, so I'm gonna buy these fucking plugs, is what they call them. It's this fungus.
Butt
and
plugs.
It's shaped like a screw, and what you do is you drill
Definitely a butt plug.
you drill a hole into hard wood
then
like
you stick your
oak,
penis in.
pine. And you stick the fungus in there, and
definitely a
it'll
sex joke,
grow.
isn't
And
it?
within 2 to 4 years, you'll have your own strain of fungus. And I was gonna rush into this and do it, but what I found out is like, you want to cut down a tree, so I'm gonna cut down these fucking what are these white trees out here? The white bark ones.
Tamarack?
Now we're getting racist.
I wasn't getting racist. I was cutting down the
Fucking
white
guys,
ones.
and he's a racist. This is a good podcast.
Anyway, whatever the white ones are out here.
Birch?
Yes. So I can use birch. So they say you want to come down in March because that's when the tree's starting to come back to life and sucking up all the nutrients from the soil. So you cut it down in March. All the nutrients are saved in this log.
Fucking I'm botching
And
this
then
out here.
I'll drill and put the plugs of mushrooms in it, and they'll suck all the nutrients and grow for 2 to 4 years. And I'll have my own.
I'm gonna come out here one day and he's gonna be
There's
fucking
gonna be
dead by the tree.
Those
Eat
things
the
are-
wrong fucking fungi.
I'm gonna be out here just like fucking mushroomed up.
Well, yeah, and like the
They're
on
gonna
the show,
spit
they're
yeah,
coming
yeah,
out of
they're
your mouth.
fucking gross. Yeah. But no, that is a potential, and everybody like
Definitely could be a clicker.
when I because I work at the hospital. If you get a fungal infection, like it's pretty much game over.
Dude,
at that
just
point.
growing from Munda.
You don't
From
want that
Munda
shit.
mushrooms.
Here,
But
come
Here we
take a
go.
slice out of
Here
this
we
one.
go.
they're so good
They
for
grow
you.
in this region.
Thigh
was-
region.
That was gonna be one of my
dick root.
one of my tattoos that I was thinking about to go with my sleeve. I'm with Eric coming on. I finally thought of an idea. I was like, all right, I like Nintendo. My brother-in-law owns a restaurant down in Yakima, and he has like the fake tattoos that you do the water. They're way better than they were back in the day. Like they just go on.
Yeah,
come off.
they last for one day.
There's one with Bowser that he has with his flesh is ripped off, and it's just his skull with some flesh left, and he's like dead. But he has like some rotted mushrooms next to him, like toadstools. I was like, dude, that's a badass fucking tattoo.
Give you some human stools.
I was like, I literally would get that right now. Like, I want to buy it, like, go in there, have them unlock the machine so I could take
Might
it.
just take a photo of it, and then you can bring the photo to fucking
That's what I was
EJ,
saying, like, I
and he'd be
would.
like, oh,
Yeah.
watch this. I can draw exactly that.
Yeah.
Either
How
that or,
tattoos work.
dude. There's a really awesome.
Thank you. I was
saying.
literally just saying that. Like, I would take
if
a
I could
photo.
have just got that machine
This fucking guy.
and got that fucking
Yeah.
photo, I could have got that tattoo.
I feel like he's on two wavelengths.
You got a camera in your pocket at all times, son.
Too bad no
He
one
might
can
have got
draw
it in Yakima.
If I only knew a tattoo artist.
Oh, I can go get it.
If you got it in Yakima, it might have been done by my buddy Jim Rosal, who's a pretty famous dude, and he owns a shop there. He's so good.
Oh, it was a water tattoo. It was just like something you hold water on. It's at a restaurant that for kids,
shit.
and I was like, the kids were getting them. I was like, dude, I want that. That's fucking badass.
Well, you could probably find it.
He had one like I don't know who the artist is, but no, I would totally bring him up.
Yeah. Something.
You know what you could do is just tell EJ exactly what you saw, and he could fucking draw it up too.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I'll bring it back. Like, I'll go and get it. But I was
Sounds like a lot of work.
I was correlating back into like the whole
Only
like
if we knew a guy.
where I would go from a mushroom getting a sleeve is like I really like that concept of the NES symbol characters because I really like Bowser too, and like that just seeing him in that light, like he's dead and gone,
Right.
and the mushrooms around him spawning new life.
What if you
Like,
made
that-
the mushrooms an
that
actual mushroom
symbolized-
stamp of your own dick?
That symbolized to me that like, all right, my generation of video games is dead, but he is breeding new.
You do know there's a Switch now, right?
I'm really not that smart. Like, don't-
People love this. See what I mean by it? The nerds are taking over.
I
and
am
now
the
this
smart
is
Yeah,
guy.
he just said he wasn't a nerd earlier, too. Like, but by the way, did I talk about these
I'm
fucking
sorry.
mushrooms?
I blacked out. We're talking.
or yeah, people really love anime, and I just remember, and I wish I did. Like it sounds so cool.
I loved Ronin Warrior back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. People love this shit, and they come to me, and I used to be really insensitive, but everybody at the shop told me that I was too insensitive to people.
Dick.
Because people would come in and be like, yeah, I want this, and it's some important anime thing. I'll be like, oh, you want that geisha girl? Cool, with the cherry blossoms? Yeah, I can do your geisha. And they're like, this is yada yada from like the best fucking anime ever, and I'm just dismissing it as a geisha with cherry blossoms.
Because that's what it is.
People-
I'm sorry.
But it's like really like a guy.
People get
They all look the same. It's fucking anime.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Goku. Like, who the fuck is that guy?
Dude,
You watch your fucking mouth when you talk
what I'm
about Dragon Ball
saying?
Z.
So
I'll
that's
come over there and
so
slap that
you
fucking mustache off your face.
so you've seen evolution of ink. You went from barbed wire to
Anime.
Are you getting a lot of like the nerds taking over? You get a lot of video game anime stuff.
a
right
lot.
now?
I try to pawn it off because I really do not know what they're talking about. Unless it's Mario.
You should probably do your research, bro. Buy a Switch.
Yeah, if I switch.
But what
yeah.
the fuck are we
I
playing?
I would kind of look at that as you almost doing the customer a favor.
Yeah,
Because I feel like if you as the artist aren't into it, you're not going to give it the same,
No, I
the
agree.
same oomph as somebody
100%.
who's
Attention to
enjoying it.
detail.
Yeah.
Oh, you throw me a can.
That's great.
So I'm a lot more sensitive to people's fucking plights with their tattoos.
No, like so if I came
So-
in and be like, I want a Mario tattoo, you'd be like, nah, but you might be able to recommend.
Sure,
I
and-
don't do that shit.
Mario would be tight because I like that too, but I'm maybe not as much as you.
He's not gonna give you a Leon from fucking.
Oh,
Resident
not
Evil
saying
2 or
not
some
saying I
shit.
like Mario, but like maybe you could do like what if I came in and I
A
want
melting Bowser skull. That sounds fucking sick. Yes.
Speaking of tattoos, then going back to that, have you ever like had someone bring you an idea and you just looked at it, you're like, no, no, we're not doing that, and I cannot recommend anyone
right
here
there,
to fucking do that.
right there. The finish line. We're coming in next
Yeah,
year.
you know,
You,
like,
you
something
know,
like I
you
really
know that
want this
tattoo on
fucking.
your right arm?
Yeah,
That's the one.
damn it.
No, we're like slick. You got to be able to talk to people, so
Right.
it's mainly just I'm good
Changing
at.
the idea,
Yeah.
making them feel like the idiot.
No, they feel awesome about it. Like I'm so good. Like even if I'm not the best around, like they keep coming because I know how to talk to them,
Right.
and
They enjoy the experience.
yeah, and they'll still get something rad, But I'm not. If you came in with Mario and I gave you like a koi fish, like a lot of guys
It's
do.
Japanese.
Dude,
I mean, he's just not a plumber.
A
got
lot,
a Mario hat
a lot
on.
of guys do that.
I have a buddy I'm working with.
Just change it completely.
completely. Like you're not
He's-
doing your idea, you're doing my idea now.
I have a buddy at
I'm
work.
not into that.
Well, that's kind of the thing of like being the art. Sorry, Joe, not to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
No, you are.
Of being the artist. Like, you can bring me your shitty ass idea. I can tweak it for you and make it look better and presentable. But I still might tell you like, hey, listen, like this is a good idea, but if you want something, maybe that's around. How about something around these lines? Because now it looks more of like maybe a fanatical piece where it's put together correctly compared to just being like, I want this, and I want it right here. You know?
Exactly.
Like, you could kind of change it that way, or you just go, if you want that fucking battleship with the dick through the fucking bow, sure, I'll put it on
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
if you're gonna go down the street and get that, and I might as well take.
You might as well take the money.
Yeah.
That's why I was
But-
saying, like, if you've ever
but, like-
talked somebody out of it, being like, no, I'm not putting that fucking
Yeah. Pretty
big old
much
black dick on your forehead.
all the time.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I mean,
All
there it
the
is.
I have a
All
buddy.
the time you tattoo it.
All the time I talk them out of it
my buddy at work.
in a nice way where you're like thanking me by the end.
Yeah, like you don't want that on there, dude. Come on.
my buddy at work has a giant.
you do?
He has a giant koi fish on his sleeve, and he has a cat. It's a black cat with white paws that is fighting this koi fish, and it's wearing like some symbolic
NWO shirt.
No, it's wearing like some symbolic samurai flag back in the day, and I thought it was like the coolest thing because he loves cats. He's really into cats, and it's fighting
Crazy cat
like
guy.
this koi fish, and it looks so fucking real and detailed. Like when you look at his arm, you can see like the koi fish, you can see the cat wrapping around, struggling, trying to get. It's like, how the fuck did you think of that? I would never think in a million years if I loved cats that's what I would do is have it fight a fucking koi fish. Right
Acid.
now. Yeah, probably is what it
Right?
was. It's like so-
I talked to EJ and I've talked to Enzo about this too. Is like there's certain people. This is a knock on any like tattoo artist or anything, but there's certain people that can just do phenomenal things. You know, like that 0.1%.
Well, I wasn't
Like-
talking about the tattoo. Like the tattoo is great, but I was talking about the idea. Like, where the fuck?
Well, that's, I mean, you've never gotten tattooed, but that's spitballing. Like, you know, we've changed this sleeve up like 3 or 4 times before we actually got it done. You know, I gave him like the parameters of like, this is what I want. This is what I'm thinking. And I'll draw it up. And then he drew it up. I'm like, no, how about we switch this around, try that. Like I've said this on air numerous times. I hate skulls. I'm not a skulls and crossbone tattoo guys. And I have a fucking skull on my forearm and I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's awesome.
But
man.
that's the thing is like,
My whole back's a skull.
yeah, I'm just not that guy. Like I don't want like, you know, again, the skull and crossbones. Like I've never seen it done correctly where I was like, how do you integrate that into something I want? And Enzo did it. Wendy didn't even know I had this on my arm for like the fucking first year and a half I had a tattoo. She's like, you hate skulls. I'm like, I know, but it worked out. It's
Some
the
of
way
that
it
too
blends.
could be like a old Japanese yokai story or something to where the tattoo guy was like,
well, he's in the anime and all that nerd
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
so
yeah. Well, like I have
Whether that's nerd stuff, I don't know.
thousands of dollars worth of books. I mean, I have a book that I paid $900 for that's worth more than
And you
that.
can't even fucking read.
No, it's
got
'cause
pictures.
It's a picture
It's a
book.
pop-up book.
Yeah, it's a pop-up picture book.
Right.
But it's like all Japanese stories.
Right.
And it's for,
That's badass
Yeah.
to actually own. I
It's
thought
like our
about
MUFON book.
It's like-
I thought about like the idea of like so like everybody's on Audible getting books. I've listened to multiple books on Audible, and the thing I hate is like when I watch like shows like Beauty and the Beast and shit. Like I really want a library.
There's a dick in that one too.
No, I'm just saying like when you see someone open up a study,
Yeah.
I've always wanted a study.
You and I can agree
I want the
100%.
giant fucking globe. I want the nice leather couches, and I want the fucking books that I thought I've read but I didn't. I just want that. I don't know why.
No,
I just
I
want
want
it
it too.
I want that musky feel with cigar smoke and shit.
We
and
should
like,
turn that into this.
like this. But I thought of an idea is like, what if Audible could program to a shelf and it just highlighted a book for you that you read it, and it's like my book's right there, and you can like people can see it. Like, oh, you read the 5 Rings by Yoni Moki Mugashi.
Most people that
whatever?
have that shit though, they know what books they've read and they know where exactly they're at in their bookshelf. Like, oh, you got to read this one. Boom. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying like because everything's digitalized right now, right? So like maybe just show a shelf that shows like what you've read. Like like reading a book should be an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like sitting down and
No one takes the time to do it anymore. I mean, I know I try to read and I get like
yeah. I get
a chapter in and I'm like, oh, then fucking go do something else, you know?
I get pissed off at my
Which
wife.
I have all the time to do it.
when she reads, she'll like skim words and shit. And my
Dude,
OCD will
with
not
Wendy
let
having
me.
her fucking wrist surgeries, she fucking killed 2 books in like 2 weeks. That's all she was doing was just reading. I'm like, damn, I need to fucking read more besides inserts on porn magazines.
I
don't need those shoes.
But like, have you listened to a book on tape? You probably have.
I've never have.
Oh, okay. You should
I've
try
never
it. But when you read a book versus listen to one on tape, you feel more accomplished reading it because you can put it back on the shelf and be like, I did that.
Well, see, and I collect books. And I have.
Oh, you don't? Shut the fuck up.
off.
Dude,
Anyways, I have
collecting fucking
boxes of
Dr.
books.
Seuss and shit. Like
The best
just
ones to collect,
just
son.
in case you forget how to
Start
read.
from my roots, okay?
1 fish, 2 fish.
You ain't collect. I've been to your house. You ain't collecting.
You haven't
shit.
seen because they're all in fucking boxes because I have nowhere to put them.
Probably for good
And
reason.
same with records too. I have a shit ton of records, and if you know a lot about records, I would love to like kind of just have you look at them because I can't figure out how to date these. I've downloaded the Dishog and tried to look them up, and I can't. Like they're from like the 1920s.
Oh.
Like they're
Talk
the
to
old
Phil.
78.
Talk to Phil.
Phil. Okay.
But
But,
ragtime. You
but-
just listen to ragtime
No,
at your house.
So what happened is this where I got some of my books too for this last push is my neighbor does junk removal, and so for him doing it, this lady's like, I have like 3 big tubs of books and 3 big fucking things of just discs and box. So I went over there, I took all the discs, I was like, I'll go through them, and then I went through for like 2 hours going through all of the bins of books and pulling out the ones I wanted. Like I found a fucking awesome 1920s Bible in there, and then I found some Mormon Bibles in there too. And so I was looking like they're $300 to $400. These old fucking Bibles. And
Are you on that Amazon shit? Yeah, here's some books.
Well, I haven't sold any yet, but I
Is that what
wanted
you're
them.
getting on? This motherfucker.
No, but I
I'm
like
slinging books, bitch.
I will be, but no, I like these
Fucking
old books and the old covers, old leather bound books. You know what I mean? It's
Like I'm quitting
I
my
found a whole bunch
job
of
and
cool
I'm
shit.
gonna
Shit, we all
sell these Mormon
we all
books.
been there, bro.
I try it and then I get lazy and I just stop, and so now I got fucking books everywhere.
Textbooks or
But
non-fiction
that's the
books.
thing is like having those books. Speaking of like your library,
I thought
would
you
love
read
to
it.
have a fucking. I haven't read any of those ones.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was getting at. Like, you haven't read shit, dog.
I
I've read a book in probably
lot of
4 years.
I have a
last
lot
one
of
I was
books.
the last one I was reading was the Mushroom and the Cross. Is the one I was, and I bought Jim the book too. So
That
he
sounds
read
like
it.
that sounds like an
it's-
interesting book.
It's pretty much what it starts about.
Did we
and
staple
talks-
a mushroom up to the cross? Is that
No,
what you're
it's
saying?
talking about psychedelics, like we were talking about with fungi opening the eyes, and the whole Santa mushroom that gets brought up too, and about how doing the psychedelics actually opens you up to what you think the Bible could possibly be.
I told my wife, and
so on
like,
and so
if you,
Really good book.
once the kids are like on their own or whatever, I really want to get like a trip coach and sit down and do a fucking mushroom. Like,
Oh, you still have never done them, huh?
no, but I would really like.
Why don't you start with weed and then talk
what's
to me in a
what's the
couple
one
years.
that everyone does? Like, it's like a plant.
like ayahuasca or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would love to like just have a
Again,
trip.
start with weed.
A trip.
before
No,
you
I've already
just-
done that. Like, I would just like to
Okay,
sit
then eat
down
some
with
mushrooms.
with the trip coach and
Then
just
do
make
a
sure
ayahuasca.
like we're all safe.
Some peyote.
You don't just go from beer to heroin. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm kind of like done the mushrooms a handfuls of times, and it's like it was so crazy
Yeah.
that I was like, the one time it was so crazy, I was like, that's enough. I've probably done it 20 times, but just a little, like not as many. But the one time I had like
Microdose.
a crap load of them, and I was seeing shit, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I'm kind of afraid of the hangover at this point.
well, that's what
Like,
I don't.
Do
Well,
they
from
fuck you
somebody
up?
that's
Do
done
they fuck you
mushrooms.
up afterwards?
Yeah, dude, like for days.
Really?
Like, what's the hangover?
I mean,
like?
I haven't done it late. Like,
And I was like 20, you know. I've done them like I'd do them
Clarity.
now a little bit.
clarity and laziness for like the next day.
Yeah.
At least I've only had it for like a day. The second day I'm good. I'm back. But it's just like a weight off your shoulders, clarity in a sense. For me,
Yeah, I
different.
just want, and whether it be my wife, I just want someone there to like make sure I don't like go off and
I don't think you would.
fucking.
no, it's not like
It's not
that.
crack.
Yeah,
I want to do. I want to do
the.
the. I want to do the DMT shit, like that shit where you die, and your brain makes a chemical.
But it only lasts 30 minutes.
Yeah, but you think it's
You
been
come
there
back,
for
you're
30
like, cool.
years?
You lived a whole other life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people do that.
Yeah. So that's on my bucket list for sure to do. Like I just want to experience it. Like
Well, start with mushrooms first.
they
and
are
then-
mushrooms.
No,
like,
I understand that, but I'm saying like just get some normal tripping mushrooms and start with that, and then let me know if you want to do DMT
like
afterwards.
psilocybin type shit.
Yep.
And then what's the?
Tim, have you
the
done-
Dude,
you've done mushrooms,
you'll
haven't
be
you?
like, oh,
You never done mushrooms?
there's leopard pattern in the sky, and the car is plaid, and there's foam veins coming out of your face.
Yeah, your face
But
is melting a
do
little
you
bit.
think the do you
You
think
can
the
actually
mushroom?
you can actually see the music.
Do you think the mushroom? Like I wanted to do a stand up routine around this. Like do you think the mushroom hijacks your mind? And it's like, is this going through your mind? It's like, jeez, is this all we got?
What it is, it's
what do you
like-
want me to do with this?
It's all your brain
Show 'em a
receptors
fucking
that are firing
unicorn.
on a normal pattern.
Doing some
are now
WWE.
crossed. And so it's like it's a mold between like the left side of
I
your
know,
brain
but what
and
I'm
the right
saying
side
is
of your
like,
brain.
what I'm saying is like, do you think someone like us versus someone like Elon Musk will experience a different thing based on how
Absolutely.
his chemical pathway
Yeah,
is?
every trip's different. I mean,
But is it based on like intelligence based off the trip? Is what I was trying to allude to.
I don't know. I would have to trip with someone who was like an Elon Musk. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it could be. It could just affect
because
you
I'm just
differently.
curious, like, because when I hear people like they do these mushrooms and getting into this mycology shit, like people that do mushrooms, they say they get smarter and they advance themselves.
Clarity.
Like,
I'll keep using that word.
yeah. I was like, is it because, like, is it like where are they at? Like, I just want to know.
Let me ask EJ this since he's done mushrooms more than I have, but going, not that it's a bad thing, maybe per se. Hypothetically, like, did you ever take mushrooms and then like the next day, like I said, like that clarity day, like where you're kind of like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that shit anymore, or not necessarily mushrooms, but like, you know what, I might be nicer or might change something about yourself in a sense, because like I know I've had fun on the mushrooms, but when I'm coming down, it's like
Pretty dark.
yeah, it's not, but dark in like in a good insight way. It's not like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. It's like, you know what? Maybe I should not say that anymore. Maybe I should try to tune how I do something differently.
Yeah, I should probably do it now just to see, and like a bunch of them.
Right.
Because I've done like little amounts.
Yeah, do like
throughout the
at least an eighth.
dude, the one time I did it was like over an eighth of really dank shit, and I was like, this is crazy. And there was points where I was like, make it stop now,
Right.
like I'm freaking out for like an hour.
Don't try to sleep.
But the other 4 hours was like, let's play some hacky sack, and there's a leopard car driving right fucking there, dude. And it was rad, and we're watching movies, and it was awesome. It was pretty innocent.
so
though,
weird.
you know?
Like, so you were like seeing, you're literally hallucinating. Like,
Hallucination.
you could see shit.
But
seeing
to a
shit.
point, it's not like
But like, was the car driving by like something you thought of before? Like,
No, it was driving by.
it was a
and
real
just-
car, but the things, it's distorted.
Yeah, patterns and stuff. It's pretty
Distortion
wild.
of reality. Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fucking fun.
I'm glad I did that.
You just got to learn, like what I found out is like when you talk to people on mushrooms, like I would not talk to you on mushrooms the way that we talk on the podcast. I wouldn't be like, you fucking dumbass, because you're like,
I would love to do.
what do you mean I'm a dumbass?
That's
Like,
what
I
you
would
need
love
to
to
do
do like have a trip coach here and like we just do mushrooms and we have a podcast mushrooms.
And
Like,
then even if you didn't release it, you could just.
then we
you
can
could go
look back
and-
on it.
Yeah.
And be like,
Oh, if I could look back, I'd be like, oh my God, this is crazy. They're just like
well, then eventually,
playing hacky sack and like
Right.
doing some fun stuff.
doing
and
just the nicest things ever.
then like somebody comes along
you,
and like
man.
Right.
ruins it for a half an hour, and you're like, I wish this bitch would leave.
it's like
that energy,
it's
you
like
pick up on energy
It's like
really
a
bad.
Pink Floyd video.
If someone walks in and like they have just a shitty energy, you're
you
like,
can see their aura.
who's this fucking guy? Like, don't talk to me. Like, it's
Pretty soon you're like smelling a fucking tree.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy.
Because you want to like
Your
put
senses-
the mushrooms in the tree.
well, all your
They know
senses
it.
are just
They know
heightened.
what's up.
Heightened. It's
They want you to go out there and fuck that tree.
But that's like the worst thing I've ever done. I mean, I probably burn a lot of brain cells just drinking and
Right.
smoking weed and stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't even really smoke a lot of weed. So
yeah. I mean, I
Late-
find nothing wrong with that shit.
I
Dude,
feel like with like,
lately, though, I've been doing just one edible, like 4 or 5 times a week, just a little bit. And man, just makes you think about other stuff. You like, instead of flipping through the channels, you like, I'm going to watch the news and really
This
watch the
infomercial is
news.
fucking amazing.
Yeah. I've been digging it, dude. It's tight. But if I'm at a party or something, like the beginning of the party, they're like, hey, you want some joint, And I'm like, nah. But then like 6 beers later, you're like, give me that thing. Just toking it down. Love it.
yeah.
There's a fine line if you're a certain amount of drunk and you take a certain amount of hits where you're just level key after that. You're like, dude, I'm good. I am fucking flying right now. It's
Takes-
perfect.
takes
You're not
discipline.
stumbling where you're too drunk, but you're not too high where you're like, dude, let me tell you what. Like there's a fine line, and if you hit that every once in a while, it's perfect. You're like, okay, I'm good.
I
I'm
feel
straight.
like, yeah, that's the D I'm lacking on is discipline for sure, but it's getting there.
It takes time.
That's why like I signed up. Like I mainly signed up to do jujitsu to like overcome like my shit, like build better discipline, get over some OCD stuff, and waking up for like morning classes is one of the hardest things to do, and just going to do it, like it's so rewarding afterwards. Like when you
get your ass kicked.
That discipline, like when you tell yourself like, hey, I'm gonna do this, like you can easily say like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Nah, it sounds good. And then the next day comes and you got to do it, and you're like, you actually do it, and then you're like, you get that reward factor, like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. And I feel like mushrooms enhance that ability or make you realize that you're fucking slacking. Where alcohol and weed give you the fun idea, like, oh yeah, that sounds cool, and then you wake up the next day like, nah, I'm not doing that kind of thing. And alcohol and weed negate discipline, where I think mushroom
there's definitely a fact with alcohol where you wake up the next morning, whether hungover or not, where you're like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that thing today that I was going to do,
Yeah, I've been concentrating on just not ever being hungover. So like I just don't.
Oh shit!
I just don't.
Get him a shot.
No, dude, not. Dude, I just had some problems with it. I'm like, I need to not do this, but it's very hard not to fucking drink. I like to drink.
It's fun. It makes you feel good.
Yeah,
but I'd rather take something that makes me feel good, but doesn't make me feel like shit the next day. Like,
yep.
And if that's what mushrooms are, like, why not?
Well, I mean, there's a pure science of people like microdosing mushrooms.
No, my friend's doing it. She's been doing it for months, and
gotta get her on the podcast.
Yeah, she's
do some samples out here.
Yeah, she's my coworker, and she's very creative and awesome. So
I don't know where she gets her inspiration.
I think it's, but she had it before that, dude. But they also did that a lot, growing up too. So way more than me.
Well, see, that's why I wish weed was just fucking legal in general. And like you didn't have to take drug tests because it would be a benefactor for so many people.
Yeah,
not willing to like lose their job. It's like me. Like, I get drug tested, and so like I don't smoke mainly. But every once in a while, it's like I remember when I used to smoke, and it was fucking great.
It's
like
great.
I felt amazing. I'm still getting things done. Never hungover. And
if anything,
calorie wise, it was fucking great.
If it was legal in Idaho, this would be the 3 Puffs podcast.
Yeah,
by far.
Right?
Because it would just be a great fucking time. Nobody would be fucked up the next day or whatever. And but
you probably have a lot more crazy stories too.
Yeah. And the thing is, the reason we do like the shots is just to like get the guests comfortable or whatever.
Lubricated.
Right.
But like there's other drugs that can do that or better that are still illegal in some states, and it's fucking horrible.
Well, that's the thing, is it comes back down to
what you need to do is just move this shop over to Liberty Lakes.
I work out of Washington,
right
and it's
there.
still the same thing. It's because
those people
weed
are like,
tests are so expensive.
What are you guys talking about? Illegal.
Nobody even cares anymore. It's just formalities. You're like, oh, you failed your drug test. It's like, yeah, but I haven't smoked weed in 4 months. Well, sorry. It's like
COVID. It hangs out.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Hangs out in the adipose tissue.
Weed 19, not a sponsor. You guys got anything else?
Oh,
Put a bun on this bitch.
So many things. No, I'd come do it again. It's fucking rad.
Where's your shop out? Give your shout outs. Give your handles. Give your shout outs. Where you at? Give your discounts.
Dude, no discount.
You mentioned 3 Shots Podcast. I'll do it for free.
Yeah. They might get the tax off if they mention 3 shots. Yeah, Spokane, Tiger. We've been there since 1978. I'm there all the time. Well, 4 days a week. I cut it back down because I've fucking been doing this for so long. So
now do they find you on the grams or the Facebooks?
Yeah, Nartats EJ, like gnarly Nartats EJ.
So the G nerds.
They could come and I'll take a deposit. They could get on the books, and
the Venmos.
Yeah, no Venmo anymore.
You don't do it?
No.
Never mind, nerds.
Oh yeah, no Square. I do a Square, but anyway, no. That's the boring.
You can
part.
take up to 20 grand before you got to pay taxes on it. I'm saying.
No, it's like
600 now,
dude.
Yeah, it's 600 now.
Yeah, they
600 in a shot.
They got me.
Well, how much do you think a tattoo is?
It doesn't mean you can't give them 500 and send them another 500.
Oh, they know that. They got 80,000 IRS agents.
600. No, 600 is when it gets taxed,
Yeah.
but you don't have to claim anything on Venmo.
Not a sponsor.
We just looked it up.
Not a sponsor.
Up
Stay
to-
off
until
Venmo.
it's up 20 grand.
Is what you're saying.
In one transaction, you're saying?
One transaction, as long as it's under 6,
Oh.
you're good. So they can pay you 5 and then go, okay, now Venmo the other 5 or whatever the case is. And then as long as you're under 20
So
grand,
stupid.
you don't have to fucking hit it on there. So
I got
Just saying.
I got a thing that
Perfect.
to not do that.
Do your
but
thing.
legally.
Venmo, not a sponsor. Stay away from Venmo.
I
Venmo,
pay,
you want us
by,
back?
By the way, I pay all my taxes. So,
Yeah. Don't come find them, people.
Me too.
dude, thank you guys.
Oh, man, you're more
Yeah,
than welcome.
thanks
Thanks
for
for
coming
coming on, Joe.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to come on again,
Dude, yeah, I'd love
let us
to.
know.
I wouldn't mind. Well, we talked about
Just
that.
reach out. I swear we'll get back to you.
We are the ones that reach out, people.
Last time I was put
Annoyingly.
on the spot for the handles, I've been doing my homework. Let's see if I know them now.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
Zoom in on
here
him,
we go.
Tim.
Oh, I'm already there.
All right. If you guys want to find us, we're on 3 Shots Podcast 20 on Twitter. We're on 3 Shot Podcast YouTube. Just look for the green and blue and obnoxious sign. You'll find it. And that's all I got.
That's it.
That
That's
was
it.
deep.
So Facebook, Instagram, anything like that?
Damn it. I forgot about those.
I mean, it's the only ones that we're fucking on, Joe.
Yeah, there's Facebook too and Instagram.
Anyways, you can find us at 3 Shots Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. Reach out, send us the DMs, let us know what's up. New episodes coming out weekly like usual. And again, always check out 1252 in Chicago. Fat Mike's out there. Harry the Greek, get back to me. I'm going to clip those fucking hairs off your ass, and we're going to figure out how hairy you really are because I'm getting sick of this shit. I'm getting completely pissed. I might even fly over to Chicago and come over and fuck up Fat Mike just to see how hairy you can get or not get. See what I'm saying here? Also, Jacob Charnar, Hard Count Football. He's always doing something. Let us know. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks.
Fly, Eagles, fly.